All righty. Live, just in time. Game is about to kick off.
With 4 seconds to play.
Nice. Damn, it's such a good game. I'm definitely adding in motherfucking. I want to see the end of that shit. All right. Motherfucking live, set to go. So I'm probably going to end up talking about it a little bit throughout the thing. I apologize, though. Let me just put that out there for not making a preview video, an official preview video for this game. I kind of forgot, or I guess it's probably more accurate to say that I forgot what day it was. I totally thought yesterday was Friday. It's been a hell of a week. So let's see. It looks like Dolphins won the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half. Let's see. What was our – I know that Sam Darnold is not playing. He's out. Yeah, anyway, I mean, this is a game that the Dolphins 100% – what's going on, man? 100% should win. If they do not win this game, then that's obviously very problematic. I mean, the Dolphins have lost a couple people recently to injuries. Yeah, I'm all right. But nothing like, our opponents. We've actually been super healthy compared to pretty much the rest of the league. And the Jets definitely have had like outrageous amount of injuries. So if they beat us, then that'll say a lot about this Dolphins team. If we win, then we just did what we should then we just did what we expect to do. There you go.
Week 6 of the NFL on CBS. And we're under.
All right, let's see how this plays out. The Titans and Texans are going into overtime. Tannehill's fucking crushing it, man, for the fucking Titans. I've been telling y'all, bro.
Opens a new opportunity for rookie.
God damn it.
The players, they were shocked when Bell got released on Tuesday, but for Pirine, he is now answering that bell and expecting a heavier work.
Anybody that was shocked by Le'Veon Bell getting released by the Jets doesn't really understand like reality, because I mean that shit was coming since Gase got there.
And he gets the handoff on first down, but we still expect to see a lot of Pirine today, more so than Frank Gore. Joe Flacco making his second consecutive start for the Jets last week against Arizona. Losing.
So Flacco is out there to start.
Who has lost 10 of his last 12 starts, going back to last year with Denver. There's Sam Darnold in attendance.
Sam Darnold got that shoulder injury.
His second straight game on the sidelines.
And Adam Gates telling us in our meeting.
What's going on, man?
Deep shots early.
Let's see if they do it here. Flacco looking deep.
Oh.
He's got a man.
Ooh.
The overthrows for Rashad Perriman. Well, there's the deep shot, and he's the deep threat.
Man, that was
after missing the last 3 games.
Joe Flacco just overshot that a little bit, but that was he definitely Rashad Perriman definitely had a couple steps on our whoever was in coverage. I missed it. That definitely could have been a fucking touchdown if that would have been a connection. If he would have hit him in stride. But it's 3rd and 7. Let's get a stop. I mean, we should, bro. This Jets team is just fucking decimated, absolutely decimated by injuries.
Tosses one deep again for Perriman, and it's broken up. Byron Jones got a hand on that.
Another deep shot. It was just kind of a floater. There was some pressure coming and stuff. So
the second one underthrown. The second one underthrown because of pressure.
Yeah, definitely underthrown there.
Too early. This one he can't turn enough to adjust back to the ball because of the pressure that was put on Flacco.
Jets have the third worst time of possession in the NFL. And that drive,
Texans versus Titans. I mean, it's in overtime right now.
less than a minute in, they're punting it away. Braden Mann, the rookie,
They just went into overtime. The Titans have the ball to start.
from his own 23.
But Tannehill's killing it, bro. Fucking killing it.
Is taken down at the 32 by Blake Cashman, who just came off of IR
Anyway,
yesterday. 49-yard punt and a 9-yard return for Jakeem Grant. Here comes Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's coming off a monster performance.
Okay, so here comes the Dolphins offense. Again, I mean, literally the Dolphins should have need Texans to have an all-for record for better picks. Huh. It's tied in overtime. Yeah, they just went into overtime, and the Titans are driving right now, so we'll keep that updated. What I was saying though is the Dolphins should own and dominate every aspect. Oh, come on, Titans! Ooh, damn, they are killing it. Derrick Henry is destroying them. They're gonna win this game, bro. 5-0. The Titans finna be 5-0, bro. 5-0. Anyway, the Dolphins have no reason to lose this game. Zero reason. So they better dominate this entire thing. If they don't, then second and 5. It was a run. Loss of like 2.
Quinn Williams, one of the first to get there. Here's Greg Williams, who made a lot of headlines this week. We'll get into that, but his defense has allowed.
Yeah, bro, the Titans finna win this.
4 consecutive games. The franchise record is 5 in a row, and that's.
I done told y'all, man. I done told y'all Tannehill was gonna fucking kill it. What's going on, Henry? Texans one toss and kick it. The Titans bad mistake by Watson. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Because the Titans, look, bro, they're driving. It's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick throws. It was a little high. And that's a 3 and out for the Dolphins now.
Blockers in, you send everybody out on the route. What do the Jets do? They counter with a 5-man pass rush. They bring that pressure, which makes Ryan Fitzpatrick get rid of the ball early, and that ball's not on target.
All right, so Dolphins are going to punt. That's definitely not how you want to start on offense. They had a good first defensive series. Yes, go Titans. Come on, baby. Woo! Hell yeah. I'm sorry to my buddy. I have a buddy that's a flag on that punt. Sorry to my buddy who's a Texans fan, but my fandom for Tannehill is going to outdo rooting for my buddy's team.
Here's the kick. Holding. Receiving team number 17.
Okay. So there's a holding penalty on the Jets on the punt. So come on, Henry. There you go. At least pick up a few. That could have been in the backfield. It was 1st down, so it's going to be 2nd and like 7 for them. We are now on a commercial. So they're already in field goal. They're well within field goal range, the Titans are. So they're definitely going to get their 3 points. Well, I mean, there's obviously some chance that they could miss it or have it blocked or something like that. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Titans, they were last week, but I'm pretty sure the Titans are still the best red zone offense. They're like 70-something% when they get down into the red zone. They're fucking killing it, bro. Yeah. McNichols. Yeah, we're on a commercial break, so I'm watching it. There's under 7 minutes in overtime. These motherfucking Titans, man, they about to put it away, though. Let's get this touchdown and fucking seal it, baby. It's 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. I see Atlanta beat the Falcons. Sorry about that, man.
The
There you go. Derrick Henry touchdown, baby. That's a win for the fucking Titans. That's game over, baby. That's game over. Titans win 42-36. The Texans are going to be a lot better off, though, with Romeo Crennel than they were with what's his name. But there you go, baby. That's 5-0 for the motherfucking Titans. King Henry, baby. Haha. Getting it. I told y'all, bruh. I told y'all. I done told y'all. Lions beat the Jags 34-16. Colts beat Bengals 31-27. Bears beat Panthers 23-16. Giants beat the Washington football team 20-19, which makes the Jets the last winless team. We better not be their first win, bro. Patriots lost to the Broncos 18-12. Nice. Frank Gore gets about 7 on first down. Steelers destroyed the Browns. See, bro, look, 38-7, and I saw Baker Mayfield got benched. I told you, bro, like, yes, the Browns destroyed the fucking whoever they played last week. I don't even remember, right? The Browns destroyed whatever. I think it was last week, that really super dominant game that they had, right? And I told you, first of all, it's about goddamn time. They're in like year 6 of the goddamn rebuild. 2nd and 5. It was incomplete. Just to finish, it's going to be 3rd and 5. But they also, you know, haven't proven that they're going to be, you know, consistent in being dominant or, you know, really ready to fucking contend for, you know, the playoffs and division titles, etc. And they got destroyed by the Steelers today, 38-7. Which I like because I root for the Steelers when they're not playing us. All right, 3rd and 5, and Flacco threw that one away. All right. Well, that's another 3 and out.
Now, Andrew, I don't want to brag on myself, but I'm looking at how much time has expired off the clock. I could have run 2 laps around the track by now. You don't want to put this type of pressure on yourself. When the Jets were fielding that last punt, they had a whole. You have to understand situational football. That ball's probably going to be.
Like I said, bro, we need to dominate this game. Texans coaching was awful today. I didn't watch the whole game, so I don't know. But they stayed in it, man. They were, you know, it was tied at 36, so they scored 36 points. Couldn't have been that bad. Oh. He probably just should have called a fair catch. It was a whole lot for a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of effort for a whole lot of nothing. Tannehill has been doing really good with his new team. Because he's a great quarterback. Tannehill is a great quarterback. I mean, there's 4th quarter overtime coaching. It's undeniable. I mean, you know, you guys know how I feel. It's undeniable. Tannehill is a great quarterback. Is he, you know, elite, best of the best? No, but you don't need to have a quarterback be Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes to have good things happen for your team and to be able to, like, consistently get, you know, or compete for division titles and for the playoffs and, you know, championships and stuff like that. Like, you don't need that. Like, honestly, at a bare minimum, you have to have an average quarterback. If you have an average quarterback, but you have, like, a really well-built team, you can still win fucking titles. I mean, we're only a couple years removed from a Super Bowl that was played by 2 backup quarterbacks. I mean, like, you know, and then, of course, there's all the data that suggests you don't have to get a quarterback. Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, fucking Russell Wilson, guys are not taken in the first round and are phenomenal quarterbacks. Like, it's absurd. And the list of quarterbacks taken in the first round that are busts or at least considered busts, at the very least, considered busts, which to me would be, even quarterbacks that are just considered average or, really good backups. I wouldn't consider them a bust necessarily, although that they would be considered that because of their draft status. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, people set themselves up for fucking failure by insisting on, the philosophy that they just have to take a quarterback in round one and he's got to be the best of the best of the best. And that's how you have a winning football team. Like, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Some great pictures from over the years in this rivalry. A man who knows it well.
Anyways,
who's still a special.
all right, bro. Listen, the Dolphins offense is about to get this ball back. They need to light this shit up right now. I need to see some big plays. I need to see some explosiveness, bro. They need to go get a fucking touchdown. Nothing else is acceptable on this drive. They need to be held to that kind of standard, right? Like, so people want to praise them for as good as they did against the 49ers, etc., right? But, like, this is a game that they should absolutely dominate, right? They should dominate it like they dominated the fucking 49ers. They should win this game fucking 43 to fucking 7, right? Yeah, that's exactly. There should be a lot of plays. And that's why I said, like, their performance against the 49ers, as wonderful as it was, shouldn't be looked at as great as people are making it out to be, right? Like, it was wonderful, and I don't want to take away from that, but there are other massively important factors that play into that. If the 49ers were at full strength, I 100% guarantee that game would not have played out like that. Would we have won? Would we have lost? I don't know. It could have been a close game, but I guarantee we would not have won 43 to 17.
Gase is entirely right.
Anyway, that was a good run by Gaskin. But they need to get fucking.
So far, we went through the offensive numbers.
Come on, they need to fucking.
And neither one of those coaches are happy where they are. You don't need to read that in the newspaper.
Interesting. All right, it's gonna be second down and short. Come on, bro. Like, Eagles coming back against Ravens.
Certainly the last thing that
go for it. That's a tough team, the Ravens.
Telling the media that the defense is not all to blame for giving up 32 points per game.
No, dude. I mean, bro, the Jets, look, coming into the year, the Jets had their fair share, maybe more than most teams, of their own problems, right? Then they had a handful of guys or whatever opt out of the season. Yeah, Fitzpatrick went and threw a fucking block. See, look, he's fun to watch, I gotta admit. Anyway, then they had some fucking opt-outs, a handful of opt-outs, and then they have just been absolutely decimated by injuries, bro. Like, again, this season is impossible to evaluate. You cannot properly evaluate any team in the league. There is not a single team in the league that you can properly evaluate because of the status of the season and the way the injuries have hit and the way that teams have been completely reshaped and so on and so forth. All right, so anyway, it's going to be second down at the Jets 20. Fitzmagic. The Jets are really hungry right now too, though. Yeah, but look, I mean, so I'm going to use the same philosophy as I did for the Dolphins last year. The Jets can play as hard as they want, man. But unfortunately, because of their opt-outs and mostly because of their injuries, they've just had so many and are just so decimated that they can play as hard as they want, man. But the quality of the team, the talent level, and of the players on the field is just it's just not there, man. Right? Like, the squad that they are fielding right now is like a backup roster, right? For the most part. Like, they don't have anybody that they should in there. They're not competitive like the Dolphins were last year, right? Like, that's why I was saying it was clear and obvious to me that the coaches were trying to put the team in position to lose last year because they were instituting a tanking philosophy. But part of that tanking philosophy and to make sure that they lose games was ensuring that they weren't fielding a competitive roster, right? And they did that. They made sure that their roster was not competitive by stripping it down to the bare bones. And, you know, that's what's happening with the Jets. For different reasons, the Dolphins did it to themselves. In this case, the Jets are just injuries primarily, with some opt-outs thrown in, etc. That's a touchdown to the tight end Shaheen. Play Fortnite. I've never played it, so if we lose this game, I'm going to lose faith in this coaching staff. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm still not. I still don't really have a lot of faith in them. Again, like, even the great things that, you know, the good things that we've seen this year, I just don't think the Dolphins are as good as what they seem to be. Like, I think that they're very much overperforming because of, you know, the other factors. We haven't played a single team minus the Patriots that wasn't, like, seriously, the face of the team seriously changed because of injuries. However, the Patriots were a completely different team than what we're used to playing because they didn't have Tom Brady on offense and because their entire defense was different due to mostly opt-outs, pretty much opt-outs, but also because of you know, players leaving in the offseason.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, bro, the expectation for the Dolphins today is to dominate this game. If they don't dominate this game, then I mean, there's a huge problem if they don't dominate this game. And so they're off to an all right start, you know, 7-0. They, you know, caused the Jets, or it wasn't all the Dolphins. You know, there was obviously some mistakes by, you know, Flacco in that Jets offense. You could see some miscommunication, some overthrows, underthrows, and whatnot. But the Dolphins did force a 3-and-out. And on their first two defensive drives. And they went 3-and-out on their first offensive drive, but then they marched right down the field and got a touchdown on their second. So, solid start. Ravens stopped Eagles. Yeah, I mean, the Ravens are a tough team. Anyway, so gross.
He's totally team first. More like me first. We'll all go to the White House.
Tired of all the nonsense? Stream CBS Sports HD.
You're free, always on Sports News Network.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Dolphins take a 7-0 lead on the Jets with the rain intensifying here in Miami.
like I said, I 100% expect them to just dominate this game.
And earlier today, both the Giants and the Falcons won, so that leaves the Jets as the lone winless team in the NFL.
I mean, I hope that, look, and if the Dolphins can stay healthy, next week is their bye week. So they're going to have an opportunity to get more healthy if they can stay healthy, through this game and not have any, significant injuries. They're going to have a bye week. And if they can stay healthy, look, man, they might be able to push that 5, 6, 7 games, wins potentially. I mean, the odds of them getting past that are pretty astronomical, but they could, maybe push somewhere in that win range. And, but again, it's not because the Dolphins are really that much better or, whatever. Anyway, you get it. Let's just see if they can get this fucking dub. It's 2nd and 10. They had a good stop on first down. It's apparently starting to rain.
This adds an extra element to the game.
How about you? Are you protected, Sherry?
Yes, I actually packed a raincoat, so my notebook is in my jacket. I'm battling the elements, guys.
Here's a pro right
2nd and 10.
over the middle, and it's caught by
Oh, that's a first down, though.
26. J. Hill on the tackle after a gain of 10.
Andrew, I'm always thinking about the wide receivers and the tight ends because there are.
Come on, Dolphins. You need to get a
There
fucking.
are wet weather gloves. And you would have started this game with your dry weather gloves on, and now it's sprinkling a little bit. And hands get a little moist. And
I just got an alert that the Jets and Adam Gase are apparently not happy with their defensive coordinator, Greg Williams. Yeah, look, man, the Jets have, they. Whoa! Come on, y'all, fucking tackle. Damn. 2 dudes on him, couldn't fucking bring him down.
He did that, but he's lucky that he did because he's about to get creamed by 2 linebackers. Goes down, makes himself small, and he's still.
Yeah, our linebackers, Ginkle and somebody else, just took each other out. All right, 1st and 10 on the Dolphins' 48-yard line. Come on, we got to get a stop, man. We can't let them answer. Let's go. That was like a 1-yard gain. The Dolphins had that screen covered easy. I agree with you. I don't think the Dolphins are going to the playoffs.
Looks like it's subsided, so not coming down real heavy. And a lot of these guys from South Florida are used to this. They grew up.
2nd and 9.
Jets without Darnold and Mekhi Becton today. Denzel Mims also yet to play for New York. He did finally return to practice this week, but Adam Gase told us that the 2nd-round pick is not ready for game action yet, maybe next week.
2nd and 9, and they're not going to get, anything. Maybe push the pile for a yard at best. So it's going to be 3rd down.
With Kansas City not playing tomorrow against the Bills, but they hope to have him in the lineup next week.
And you always hear about the speed of the game.
3rd and 9, I'm thinking.
Whether it's Pop Warner to high school to college, college to the pros. And as I watch P. Ryan, it almost looks like he's waiting for the hole to open up, like when he was in college.
Yeah, I know my own team's history.
Movement up front, and we have a penalty marker.
That should.
False start. Offense number 75.
This penalty was called a false start, but honestly, I didn't see. I saw far more movement from our defensive line. I mean, it's 3rd and fucking. It's gonna be like 3rd and 14 at this point, though. 3rd and 12. Come on, man. I mean, we got to get this stop. Let's go. Come on.
Flacco rolling right in trouble, and he throws it away. Taken to the ground by Shaq Lawson. There is a flag down in the secondary.
They're going to call illegal contact.
So that was a throwaway by Flacco, but it looks like there's a flag that's going to be on us.
And that's what they're discussing right now, Bill Vinovich and his crew.
Potentially.
prior to the quarterback leaving the pocket. Illegal contact. Defense number 43. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So that's a 5-yard penalty on us and an automatic first down for the Jets. Penalty on Van Ginkel for illegal contact.
If you're the Dolphins, because if you had such good pressure on him, Van Ginkel gets a little handsy there as Crowder's going up the seam, gets his hand
I
a
mean,
little bit late.
that is ticky-tack, but it was past 5 yards. No, I don't watch hockey.
Will get extra playing time today because Kyle Van Noy is inactive with a groin infection.
Oh, yeah, Kyle Van Noy is inactive. I forgot to mention that.
See the field a lot more than normal. Flacco looking to throw out first. He's got Crowder, and Crowder right at the
That's
chains.
about 9 yards on first down.
So about a half yard shy of a first.
So it's going to be second and short for him. Come on, man. We got to get a stop, especially after that fucking penalty.
You would never imagine that when he was in high school, 32-1 basketball state championship. He must have had a terrific crossover.
Come on, man. Second and 1. They're inside the 35. It's about 3-yard gain. It's obviously enough for a first down.
Second carry.
Congratulations. And yeah, Tannehill's killing it, bro. I told you. I told y'all that was going to happen. I told you he was going to take over as the fucking starting quarterback last year. Again, to be fair, I didn't know he was going to end up, taking them to the AFC Championship game. But I did know he was going to do great things with the Titans because they actually have a solid team built up around him. A really good team built up around him, and he's a great quarterback. I do not watch golf. And, yeah, I told y'all that shit was going to happen, bro. And now they're 5-0 to start the fucking season.
Landon Roberts on the tackle inside 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
When we were talking to Flacco and we talked to Crowder, we talked about timing. Everybody else talks about, quarterbacks.
One of the last couple. And the way that they beat the Bills last week, man, after fucking having not practiced for like 2 weeks.
When I'm going up 8 yards, he knows where I'm going to be. So don't worry about the timing and how long somebody's been playing.
The only sport I watch is football. But I have favorite teams in other sports. So that's like no gain on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Come on, guys. We got to get a fucking stop. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's see. Are they in field goal range? I don't think so. I don't think they're quite in field goal range yet.
Injured his ankle, could not go week 1 against the Bills. A big opportunity for P-Ron here down the stretch of the season with Le'Veon.
Come on. Pressure coming. That was a pretty easy first down. There's a flag in the secondary, though.
Now we see what the marker is.
There's a penalty in the secondary, which would indicate it could be on us. It's likely on us. But we'll see.
Pass interference. Offense number 84. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Offensive pass interference.
Jets are the 3rd most penalized team in the NFL, and that's a costly one there.
Yeah.
Here's Griffin. We're going to see him go down the field and watch as he crosses. Yeah, that's supposed to be a rub. All you're supposed to do right there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't know that should be a rule. I think the fucking pick rules are stupid, to be honest with you, especially in football. It's different in basketball. It's 3rd and 12 now. So come on, man. We got to get a fucking stop. They could kick a field goal.
No whistle as Flacco is taken down. Flacco has the ball, he just wasn't ready for the snap.
That's going to count as a sack, but that's definitely there's a flag. Flacco was not ready for the snap, and his center just fucking launched it at him. It's going to be a sack for the Dolphins, but I mean that's obviously totally on the Jets. That was 100% on the Jets. That their mistake, not the Dolphins. Illegal motion penalty on them.
Yeah, that quarterback has to be in a static position when he's in the gun awaiting the snap.
So they got the penalty because Flacco was moving around as the ball was snapped, but he didn't expect the ball to be snapped. Yeah, I mean, like I said, dude, the Jets, I mean, they just don't have any of their motherfucking starters in. They've got all kinds of problems. So that's a sack. I mean, that's going to go on the Dolphins, stat sheet, but I mean, that wasn't them like at all. They just reacted.
So a couple of mental errors on those last two plays, really not physically, beaten mentally.
It may have cost them 3 points. It would be a 58-yard field goal.
Do you think Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than Tannehill? No, not even close. It's like indisputable.
Deep, it bounces at the 5. Vincent Smith was there, but he watches it go in the end zone, and that is the final play of the first quarter.
No, I can't.
Through 1, Dolphins 7, Jets nothing on CBS.
All right, but they do get the stop. I mean, again, so like, right, the way that most people will say it is the Dolphins, got a good third down stop and got a sack there to cause, the punt instead of potentially getting, the Jets potentially getting a field goal. But that had nothing to do with the Dolphins defense. I mean, yes, the guys ran in there and, tagged fucking Flacco down, but that's about it, right? Yeah. That wasn't really so much dominance by the Dolphins. But again, they should dominate this game. So I expect them to take this motherfucking ball and move it downfield and score another touchdown. Another touchdown. They need to make it 14-0 at the end of this drive. And make it a quick score, bro. Just fucking march right down there. Get some big plays, some chunks, some shots. They need to take them. They need to connect on them. I don't know. Is Tannehill going to win a Super Bowl? I don't know. But I think he's definitely more than capable.
Anyone can do it in less than 30 minutes.
Well, simply safe.
No tools or wires.
I mean, look, they're 5-0 right now. They're definitely going to, if the season plays out in its entirety, they're going to win their division. They're going to go to the playoffs.
Oh, you think that's a bad move?
And
I should go to Subway for a delicious footlong. Amazing speech, Coach.
I know.
oh my God, dumbass commercial. Anyway, and they stand a damn good chance of going to the Super Bowl. The Titans are a fucking great team. And theoretically, and I think also in reality with how little the NFL actually gives a shit about the pandemic, I think that the Titans are going to get, all those players that they have on the COVID list, they're going to get them back. I mean, unless, somebody dies, God forbid. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But they're going to get those guys back, man. And so they're not really, they're not really missing players because of injury.
A face mask called on Harvey Longy. So after the 15-yard penalty, it's only a 5-yard change of possession. The ball is spotted at the 35.
Wait, what?
Saw the result of the face mask, the helmet.
So the Jets had another penalty on that punt, a face mask.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Now you've given up 25+ yards of field position.
So yeah, I mean, another mistake by the Jets gives us fucking. I mean, like I said, there's no reason why the Dolphins should lose this. Okay.
He's got great speed. Breida out to the 45-yard line.
So that's about a 10-yard gain.
First down. Lamar Jackson on the tackle.
If you're going to play soft zone against Ryan Fitzpatrick, so far it looks like he's not going to force the ball down the field. He's going to wait and dump it short.
Nah, man, they need to take some shots. Fuck the bullshit, bro. Come on. They need to dominate the Jets. They need to dominate. They need to have their way. So whatever they want to do, they need to be able to do it. They need to take some fucking deep shots, bro, and fucking come on. It was a 2-yard run on first down, and they're almost at fucking the 50-yard line already. Let's go, bro. Come on. Take a shot. Push it. I mean, dude, they were super aggressive against the 49ers. Like, come on, dude. This Jets team is, I mean, they should be able to victimize the fucking this Jets defense at least as much as they did the 49ers. Like, come on, bro.
Second down and 9. And Fitzpatrick's pass is complete to Devontae Parker. Another Miami first down.
All right. I mean, first down, cool. Picks up like 9-10 yards. Come on, man.
And his first touchdown pass ever went to Torrey Holtz. Isaac Bruce caught his second one. In fact, it was a wild win for St. Louis as they won Fitz's first ever game at Houston. And he told us on Thursday, he said, yeah, I played so well in that first game. As you
Come on.
Patrick playing in the house. I thought this NFL thing was easy.
I was going to count them up. They're 7.
Come on, bro. Get more explosive with your play calling. Let's do it.
Gaskin takes the handoff on first down. Gaskin out to the 36. Multiple flags.
I mean, that's a solid run. There's a flag. I'm pretty sure it's for a face mask because you could see Gaskin's head get turned around. So I'm pretty sure it's a face mask.
Right there.
It's definitely a face mask.
Avery Williamson.
So that's going to be another Jets penalty.
You get a little frustrated if you're a Jets fan, but that's an effort penalty. Yeah, you're a step away from trying to get to the running back, but it's not a mental error. Just
yeah, I do agree with that. It is not a mental error penalty. That was an effort penalty. But it is a face mask.
Defense number 54. 15-yard penalty for
So 15 yards. Look, bro, the longest play on this drive
They already had 2 so far today.
is that 15-yard penalty. Come on, bro. Like, be more explosive. Take a fucking shot, dude. Let's go. Especially with the fucking look, they are racking up penalties already, man. Come on, we just got into the fucking second quarter. They're already racking up penalties, shooting themselves in the foot. Let's start to fucking really dominate. Come on. What is this, man? I mean, it was a screenplay, okay, and I think that picked up a little bit more than 15 yards. And now it's first and goal. But come on, take a shot to the end zone, bro. Like, because that could have been tackled for a lot shorter. Right? A much better team would have knocked that shit way shorter. Come on, dude. The play calling is not being aggressive enough. Not for the kind of opponent that they're playing, bro. They need to be fucking super aggressive. And they just keep running the ball. Like, I get that they're having success with it, and you got to be whatever. You got to be able to run the ball. But, dude, come on, bro. Fucking throw the ball. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it some, man. Take some shots. Throw it into the end zone. Let's go. I know this seems like, I know it's going to seem like a really weird critique, but if they get a rushing touchdown here, like, that's going to be disappointing because, like, they need to fucking, there you go. I mean, that was super easy, but at least it was a passing touchdown. There you go. I mean, look, and to be clear, it's not that I'd be disappointed with a Dolphins touchdown and going up 14 points. But again, the expectation, the 100% expectation should be that they dominate this Jets team. So they need to do that. And so they're working on it. 14-0 going into the second, we got 11-16 in the second quarter. 13-0 pending the extra point. It's good. 14-0.
Miami looking good offensively so far, and they jump out to a
there we go.
14-0 lead.
All right, now let's go out, get another stop. Matter of fact, let's get a turnover. Fuck a stop, bro. Let's get a turnover. Let's get an interception off of Flacco. He's been, overthrowing, underthrowing fucking all day so far. So let's get a motherfucking interception. Xavier, where you at, bro? I mean, he's got 3 interceptions on the year. Let's do it. Come on. I want to see a Xavier Howard motherfucking interception. An interception, period, will be fine. Let's get a motherfucking pick, baby. Pick 6. Let's dominate, bro. Pick 6 this motherfucker. That's weird as fuck.
Hey. Can I help you?
Bro. These commercials are weird as fuck. I mean, this is so stupid. Jesus Christ. Retarded ass Bud Light commercial, bro. But it's a victory at the end of the day because the dude actually has a Bud Light. Woo! Retarded. So dumb. All right. Can we get back to this game? I want to see some dominance, bro. I want to see some big plays, though. And as the game goes on, I do not want to see them take the fucking foot off the gas. I don't care how far we're up. I want to see them continue to push that shit.
Not to a time just yet. Was Ryan Fitzpatrick playing so well? Already 2 touchdowns today for Fitzpatrick. He's 8 out of 9 for 63 yards. Preston Williams with his team leading.
Anything less than dominance from the Dolphins is unacceptable.
Sanders still yet to miss a kick. Perfect on field goals and extra points. Same with Jets kicker Sam Ficken.
Come on, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Man, I really could use something to eat.
Scooped up by Vincent Smith. He's in big trouble. And Smith is down inside the 10-yard line.
So the Jets are going to start at like their own 9-yard line.
Teams play there for the Jets as we welcome you back to the broadcast booth. And so far today, the Jets have 59 yards of offense and 52 yards in penalties.
It has been a struggle.
59 yards in offense, 52 yards in penalties for the Jets. Like I said, bro, dominate.
The quarterback run out of the game. So a lot of teams like to do those read options and things like that.
Dominate.
None of that. They had a little bit of it.
I want to see a pick 6 on his drive, bruh. Or just an interception is fine. Or a fumble is cool too. But I want to see, but considering that Joe Flacco has been like overthrowing, underthrowing, the Dolphins have been getting some pressure. I want to see a motherfucking pick. Actually, I want to see Byron Jones get a motherfucking interception because I know Xavier Howard will pick the ball. I want to see Byron Jones break the fucking stigma that he can't fucking catch the fucking ball. Or that he can't get turnovers.
And that's the start they had in both their wins this season. Brian Flores says starting fast, it builds momentum. momentum and confidence, especially for his young team.
So the commentary just noted that in the 2 wins that the Dolphins have so far, they started the game 14-0. So that plays into the point, part of my reasoning from the 49ers game about why the Dolphins are not as good as it seems, right? And when it comes to the officiating in particular, because the bad officiating, it balanced out for sure over the course of the game, but it affected the 49ers more because it affected them early in the game, which helped to make sure that they got down, 14-0. And that helped contribute significantly to their loss and how bad the Dolphins beat them. Right now, they're showing the difference in the first 4 or 5 games from this year and last year, and how the Dolphins were outscored by opponents 130 something, whatever point differential, historically bad, and now they're plus 23 this year. Dude, it's not that good though. That's a sack on Flacco. The Dolphins, look, man, I love my team, and I hope that they continue to show this, right? I want to see them dominate, not just, weak teams like the Jets, not just teams that are, decimated by injuries. I want to see them dominate good teams, right? When they're at full strength. That's what I want to see. And I'm not sure that they're going to be able to do that yet. I don't think that they're there yet. So, and look, now the Dolphins are going to start in Jets territory. So anything less than a touchdown on this drive is unacceptable. Anything less than a touchdown on this drive, because they're going to start on the Jets 47-yard line. They're up 2 touchdowns. They can be they can do whatever they want. They can dink and dunk if they want to. They can be methodical, or they can take shots, and they should be able to be successful on those shots and just do whatever they want and go put up another score and make it 21-0, because that's the caliber of the opponent that they're playing right now, right? So anything less than total dominance is unacceptable by this Dolphins team. So far, they've done that. They need to continue that. So on this drive, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
For up to 12 weeks.
After that, though, they just at least need to score. It needs to either be a touchdown or a field goal after that. Right? Because at that point, once you're up 21-0, you can balance out a little bit. Don't take your foot off the gas. Continue to take shots. Continue to be aggressive, which they haven't really been yet. So I want to see them do that. I want to see them get more aggressive. But then, once you go up 21-0, continue to be aggressive. Continue to take shots and stuff like that. But, if for some reason you only end up with a field goal and then it's 24-0, okay. Right? No sweat. But they got to get a touchdown on this drive. They got to go down, and they got to put up another 7 points and make it 21-0. All right, you get it. We're on a fucking commercial break, so I'm not just going to repeat myself 70 times saying the same thing. Or even for the rest of the game. You guys get it. They need to dominate. So let's see. Let's see if they can continue that.
The fake spike game. Dan Marino saying he's going to spike it instead. Mark Ingram's waiting for it. Stunning the Jets and the crowd in the Meadowlands that day. I was actually one of those people in the stands. Miami pulled it out 28-24, one of the more famous plays in NFL history, and there is Dan Marino. So many great moments in this rivalry. 82 AFC.
Come on, damn it, let's go. Yeah, bro, and like I said, though, if the Dolphins can stay healthy, then they might be able to rattle off a few more wins than what they're, expectations were going into the season. That was a little bit behind Parker, but he still could have had that.
Behind the receiver. Of course you do. But going back to Dan Marino, just
see,
a quick moment.
That was definitely thrown a little bit behind Parker. I'll definitely give you that. However, part of my criticism for Devontae Parker is he himself as a player is not dominating. He should have made that catch. Make that fucking catch, bro. Fitzpatrick is sacked. Loss of a yard. See, this is not okay. It's not okay, bro.
You don't know if he's going to slide, if he's going to go head first, or if he's going to try and juke you.
Yeah, see, I agree that there was a little bit of,
I mean, look at the coverage is
let's
there,
see.
And that shot right at the end, and Ryan Fitzpatrick is going, I got hit in the head there.
Yeah, he got Fitzpatrick in the head a little bit, but I agree with no call there, bro. And Fitzpatrick sacked again. That was a big loss. So we're going to have to punt. Loss of 7 there. All right, that is a completely unacceptable drive. Bro, like, really? What are you doing? There's no way the Jets should have been able to fucking force a 4th and 18. And there was no penalties. Right? They just stopped us. The Dolphins, and now there's a flag.
Barrios calls for a fair catch at the 17-yard line, and the flag is back towards the line of scrimmage.
The flag was around the line of scrimmage. That could be on us. Bruh. It could be on the Jets too. Whatever, if it is on the Jets,
It looks like you're talking to Florence if they can tack this on to where it was caught.
it wouldn't likely be anywhere close enough to
Because you don't want to take a chance to repunt it.
I mean, even if it's not, the call's not going to be running into the kicker, but if it was, yeah, it's an offsides, it's a 5-yard penalty.
First down. Time out.
But they're going to decline it because they're just going to go with the punt.
Was declined. It will be Jets ball when we come back.
Yeah, so they just declined it. They're not going to redo the punt. Yeah, fine call. Just let it go.
Hard work, great outdoors. So we built a future for each of them.
So that's a Jets penalty that will not go into the official stats because it was not accepted.
Put a hybrid engine in the all-new F-150 that works as hard as it does smart. Then reimagine the Bronco as an off-roading, high-performance wild animal. This
All right.
is the future we're building.
Like I said, though, that was an absolutely unacceptable drive. How are you going to let the fucking Jets defense, bro, fucking get you into 4th and 18 and force you to fucking punt? You started on their side of the field. Like, that should have been an easy – that's why I'm saying, look. So, and again, going back to my criticism of Devontae Parker, that pass, I think it was on first down. Man, short-term memory, bro.
The future.
It tends to be fickle when you smoke a lot of weed. Anyway, so if Devontae Parker would have made an adjustment and caught that pass like he should have, that would have been a 9-yard gain. And then the very next play would have been like a 1 yard, would have been like 1 yard to get a first down. Instead, yeah, it was the first down play because on first down they throw it to Parker, he drops the ball. It was a little bit behind him for sure, but not so much that he wouldn't have been able to catch it. Right? He should have caught it, and I mean that's even not something super dominant, right? That's actually a pretty simple thing. It's at least routine for receivers, right? That shit happens regularly. So he should have been able to catch that ball, and that would have kept the drive going unquestionably, right? Because then it would have been 2nd and 1 instead of fucking second and 10. Second and 10 turned into third and 11, which turned into fourth and 18. Like, really, bro? No, that's an unacceptable drive.
We thank you for joining us for the NFL on CBS.
And because, I mean, I totally don't expect this at all, but imagine if the Jets go down and put up a touchdown and make it 17-14, or excuse me, 14-7, right? That could be the start of momentum shift, right? I mean, I doubt it because the Jets are, you know, again, just massively decimated, blah, blah, blah. But you never know, right?
Deep shots, you're not going to complete 100% of them. Are you going to complete 50% of them? You'd love to have that number. And you'd like to give your receivers a chance to get the ball. Here's just a little gap walking up to the line of scrimmage. But Joe Flacco, like he told us, I will not panic. Been in this game too long.
2nd and 6.
Nobody's open. Throws towards the middle of the field, and it's incomplete.
Man.
Nearly reeled that in, and now it's 3rd and 6.
It's an incomplete 3rd and 6, but that should have been a catch. I mean, it was definitely low, but that receiver should have caught that ball.
Into the headset of Joe Flacco, and he's thinking, okay, I know the play. What do the Dolphins like to do on defense? And he said from years of playing in Baltimore.
All right, come on, man. They got to get a stop. Where did Winston go? Jameis Winston? I'm not sure off the top of my head. I don't remember. There's so much shit to remember, bro. Come on. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Howard with the motherfucking pick, bro. NFL leading 4th. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do it. Come on.
We talked to Howard, who only played in 5 ball games last year because of an ACL injury. He said, I'm feeling like I'm getting close to 100% back, and you can see that.
There you go. Jump that route, boy.
On this ball, and that's really what he's feeling. I'm feeling like.
Yeah, he's starting to look like he. You could see earlier in the year he wasn't looking totally himself. He's definitely looking more himself, though. It's number 4. Hell yeah, baby. I don't like that play call, though. Come on, dude. What the fuck? God damn it. So he has an interception in 4 consecutive games, which is ties a franchise record. Get one next game. Well, it won't be this upcoming week because we're about to be on our bye, but that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Yep. I mean, Fitzpatrick should have just chucked it, bro. It was a free play. Defensive fucking what? What? False start.
Goes on the rookie Solomon Kinley.
And he's going, what? Not me. I didn't move.
Yeah, what? I don't know about that. I mean, just like earlier when I said I didn't see the false start on the Jets, I didn't see that on us. I'm pretty sure that should have been a free play for the Dolphins. Well, now it's 2nd and 18. So, because first down was a loss of a couple yards. God damn it. Great. And that's incomplete. 3rd and 18. Come on, dude. So, he went to the Saints. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's the backup behind Breeze. That's right. Yeah, dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, they get the interception. Fucking Howard goes and gets the interception like I asked him to. as if he, can hear me. But now it's 3rd and fucking 18. Come on, dude. And now it's going to be like 4th and 14. That's going to be a long field goal. No. Yeah, so they're going to punt. Dude, no, but see, look, that's also a super unacceptable drive on offense, bro. Like, what the fuck? You just got, again, you got the turnover. You got fucking Howard comes up with the interception. And for the second straight drive, you start on their side of the field. Agreed, the penalty was, I didn't see it on us. I'll check the replay later. Like I'll pay attention to that for the and now there's a delay of game on the Dolphins.
The Dolphins are a little frustrated because the officiating crew was standing over the ball, but this 5 yards also gives them more room to punt it down inside, possibly the 10-yard line. So maybe that's a little acting on the Dolphins sideline, Andrew.
It's now 4th and 20. I'll smoke a bowl to that. Hawk punts. It's down inside the 15, but there is another flag. Oh, wait. Yeah, dude. No, those last 2 offensive drives are unacceptable. I'll look at it more closely for the post-game analysis on the penalty, but even still, bro, no, this is not dominating. Hey, look, and it says 4:20 on the clock as well. Excellent.
5-yard penalty from the end of the kick.
Aha!
New York ball, first down.
And then there's an illegal formation by the Dolphins penalty that gives the Jets another 5 yards. Bro, come on, dude. Nah. I mean, fucking Jesus Christ.
That's the thought. Deliver it even better. Introducing Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up, check in online, and we bring the food to you.
Dude,
Carry out, deliver.
The Dolphins should be up 28-0 right now.
People have a story about the blind pig.
Stephen Ross ready to clean what? Like clean house and like fire people?
50 years, the blind pig has been
If he does, as much as I dislike this coaching staff and front office and stuff, if he were to do that, if that's what you're saying, if he were to do that, I think that would be incredibly stupid. But it wouldn't be it certainly wouldn't be past Stephen Ross's history. I mean, I've predicted that this regime is going to get fired after about 3.5 years because every coach that he has had has been fired after 3.5 years. Not counting an interim coach. Like Dan Campbell doesn't count.
That's the kind of person we need.
Because he wasn't a full-time head coach that, got a full term or whatever. I'll be right back.
I'm having a big lunch and then just a snack for dinner.
We're using a speakerphone in the store. Is that a good idea?
One of the ways I do that is to get them out of the home.
You're looking for a grout brush. Gardens, did he ask for your help? No. We all see it. We all see it.
He's there.
Okay.
Blue Progressive can protect you from becoming your parents. We can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
You don't know.
Actually, I'll be right back again.
What if once in a blue moon happened more than once in a blue moon? Reach for the moon.
Check out SEAL Team Season 4. Coming soon to your chair.
Jets down 14-0. Coming up, Verizon halftime report. Join JP, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cower. All the latest NFL scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Joe Flacco 6 out of 12, coming off the interception on the Jets' last offensive possession. Let's see what he's got here from the 20. And off Pirine up to the 23-yard line. Injury update here, Sherry Burris.
Andrew, Miami linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel is being evaluated for a concussion.
Okay, so Van Ginkel is now being evaluated for a concussion, and he's questionable to return. Feel bad that Tua is learning under this regime. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So anyway, it's 2nd and 7 now for the Jets. Yeah, bro, totally unacceptable offensive drives for the Dolphins. And because when you even if you can count, like, and I'll check again when I watch it. Oh, that's rough. Anyway, I'll double check. I don't know about that false start penalty on the Dolphins, but even if it's a bullshit call, even if it's a bullshit call, then that's one, for both teams, right? Because the Jets had the bullshit offensive false start penalty, so they balance each other out, right? That's no excuse. The Dolphins still should have fucking dominated that drive. They should not have fucking gone backwards and had to punt. They should be dominating this team. They should be up 28-0 right now.
Flacco tosses one up. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Was looking for Crowder, and Howard had the coverage. That is the 4th 3-and-out for the Jets. And it was a Guavin who was bringing pressure on Flacco.
Defense is doing their thing. They're playing well. Right now, I would say they're playing good to really good. There's been a heavy dose of Jets penalties and Jets mistakes as part of this. As part of this current result, though. Come on, Grant. Go. 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 Yeah, baby, go. Oh. Punter got him, but he fucking... So, look. They are going to have great field position again. Literally. There is nothing acceptable but a touchdown on this drive. Yeah, bro, because I got to keep it real. Right? Like if people want to praise the Dolphins for how they beat the 49ers last week, a team that should have won that game and would have won that game most likely if they would have, had their entire team there instead of being fucking decimated by injuries. They had no secondary. All of their starting corners were out. They had no pass rush because Solomon Thomas, Nick Bosa, Ezekiel Ansah, none of their pass rushers were in the game. So if people want to praise the Dolphins for how wonderful they did, they should absolutely dominate this game, right? If people want to say that the Dolphins are making improvements and getting better, they should dominate this game. That is absolutely the expectation. And they're just kind of they're playing well. They're playing well, but they're not really dominating yet.
A lot of the damage has come on big pass plays. Throw up 50-50 balls. The offense is making those plays.
I would not agree with that. I mean, I think that there's a likelihood we could end up blowing them out, and we should. Oh, come on. But there you go. That's like the first really big play. That's more what I'm talking about. So look, they need to get a fucking touchdown. 21-0. It needs to be 20. They need to get back on pace for dominating this fucking team. They need to get back on pace to dominating this team. So yeah, we might end up blowing the Jets out, but they're not throwing the season. Like that's not. They got rid of. Okay, look. First of all, Le'Veon Bell, he's a really good running back. But even before he came to the Jets, before he left the Steelers, bro, the Steelers got rid of him because they realized he was declining. He hasn't been the same since he left the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell has not been the same since he left the Steelers. And I told people, you probably didn't see it, but I told people that Le'Veon Bell was not going to remain a Jet because Adam Gase does not like signing big-name free agents in the offseason to fix your team just because they're big names and they did a bunch of good things in the past. He's not that kind of guy. That's what he, avoids. He likes to build through the draft. So it was inevitable that Le'Veon Bell was going to end up leaving the Jets. It was going to happen sooner or later, and that was just the time that it happened. So it was the most obvious and expected thing that could happen. And again, his production just hasn't even been there since he left the Steelers. So all of that goes into it. Plus, he's got a lot of drama that surrounds him constantly, which Adam Gase is not, he's not big into that either. And then he comes with a big price tag. Not worth it. Additionally, though, the Jets, again, they had several opt-outs and then have been one of the hardest hit teams when it comes to injury. They're not throwing the season. They're just, the best way you can say it is they just have the worst luck right now. And Adam Gase, frankly, has had pretty terrible luck since he's become a head coach. Because, in year 2 and year 3 as the Dolphins head coach, he had some steps back from his playoff appearance season because of things that were totally out of his control. But he got chastised and criticized unduly for it and then ultimately fired because of that and because of the fact that he would not acquiesce to Stephen Ross's tanking demands. And then he's just gotten such a shit rap. He's just gotten such a shit rep, and it's garbage. All right, it's 1st and goal.
He came in as the man to stop. He had 2 catches for 7 yards.
Come on, damn it. Put this in. There you go. Durham Smythe. Easy. And it should be. There you go. 20-0. Now we're talking. Now you're getting back to the fucking on track to dominate. Those 2 drives were unacceptable. Those 2 offensive drives were very, very, very unacceptable. This game, they should be they should be up another two touchdowns. But the defense is doing their thing. And now the offense has put him up 21-0. Xavier Howard just got his pick that I wanted. Okay, now 21-0.
And he has great hands.
Second straight game with 3 touchdowns for Fitzpatrick. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Lowe's.
Yeah, also,
Things have been a little different at 11.
I don't think there's really any argument to say that Le'Veon Bell is the best running back ever. I'm pretty sure that argument doesn't actually exist.
This one has heated seats. This one has a mile-high cheering section. And this one's open all night long. So even if we can't all be at 1101 Russell, we can still put the home in home team.
Come on. All right, let's keep this up, right? Now you want to see another defensive stop. Let's get another motherfucking turnover or something, right? Dominate. That's what the fucking... Man, look, Devin Bush tears ACL. Steelers linebacker needs season-ending surgery after tearing ACL today versus Browns. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, bro. The amount of injuries that are happening in this NFL season are just ungodly. But, that's the thing, right? And that's why I said the Jets are just, they're definitely one of the hardest hit teams, unquestionably, to injuries. That's just luck, bro. Because, the NFL and the owners are just so insistent on ensuring that the season, plays out But they don't care how many injuries there are, man. They don't care how many people test positive. They don't care about any of that shit.
Teammates, Quentin Williams told us last night that he spoke to Tua this week. Also spoke to his former teammate Raekwon Davis, who was a second-round pick by Miami this year.
Anyways, yeah, let's keep it going. Like I want to see this shit like 42-0, bro. Like I want to see a fucking blowout, motherfucking straight dominate. Nah, matter of fact, I want to see this shit like in the 50s, bro. They need to score like 50 points. All right, look. A dominating game is a dominating game. So I'm not going to like put that kind of expectation on them. That's probably a little unfair. But they need to fucking, I mean, there's still a minute and a half left to go in the second. So the second quarter is about to end unless they get like a pick six. And that's a drop pass from P. Ryan or to P. Ryan. I mean, that would have at least been a first down, but probably, you know, a big gainer. That's just a drop pass by P. Ryan.
Third downs have not been working for the Jets today. They are 0 for 6.
They playing with the clock running short of the first down. 1-2-0, please. Miami will use one of their 3 timeouts so that they can get the ball back and get moving.
So Miami calls a timeout because it's 3rd and 4 now with a minute 20. So they're gonna try and get get another score, hopefully.
Towards the sideline, and he's going to be stopped short of a first down.
I just got an alert that Adams hyped for Howard interception. Jamal Adams shouts out Xavier Howard after picking off the Jets. X-Man just somehow always gets that football. Yeah, that's why I want to see Byron Jones get a motherfucking interception, because I like that he's, you know, a shutdown corner, and the fact that you know, he's a shutdown corner, but that motherfucker needs to get turnovers too, bro. He needs more turnovers. If he gets his hands on the ball, he needs to catch that shit. But because we know Xavier's gonna get that motherfucker. But you know, Jamal Adams obviously doesn't like the Jets organization very much, so obviously he's talking shit.
The deep man will let it bounce at the 30. Takes a Jets out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 1:04 to go. Miami still has 2 timeouts remaining.
So there's a minute 4 left. All right, so look, bro. They need to go get some points. If they want to prove that they're going to be able to dominate the weak teams like they should, and then also be able to, you know, play against the best teams in the league, they need to be able to go down. They don't need to score a touchdown, but they got to get a field goal, bro. At least go down, put up 3 points, make it 24-0 going into the half, and then they get the ball back after the half. Double up, man. Double dip on points, and then come out and get another score. Either a touchdown, preferably, or, you know, a field goal. But get more points. They need to double dip. And also to your comment, by the way, I don't care how much the Dolphins are dominating. I do not want to see Tua touch the field. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm consistent in my beliefs. We could be up 70-0. And I do not want Tua to touch the field. I would rather Ryan Fitzpatrick continue to risk his old-ass body than put Tua in any possible harm's way. Nope. Because they got some sacks on this fucking Dolphins offense, right? I do not want Tua to get hit in some wrong way, right? Like anybody can get an injury because it's football, bro. Like Ryan Tannehill, for example, right? Anybody that says that Ryan Tannehill is injury prone is ridiculous because he's literally had one injury. And it's just an unfortunate injury that nobody can control, and it happened, right? And it was a severe one. But that's the thing. So unfortunately for him, he's gone his entire career being a man of steel, right? Before that injury, he constantly had that moniker of being steel because he is. He's tough as fuck, right? Especially with the way that he hangs in the pocket and makes fucking throws, bro. Drops dimes and gets hit at the same time. Considering that, it's pretty phenomenal that he hasn't had any major injuries. So unfortunately, the odds are eventually you're going to get hurt somehow. Unfortunately, it was pretty severe. It was an ACL tear, right? And an MCL sprain. So, you know, it was a bad one, but he's not injury prone because of that. In fact, he's quite the opposite. All right. There was some pressure on Fitzpatrick. He managed to get it out. Picked up about 7 or 8. 7. 2nd and 3. They still got 2 timeouts. Going no huddle. Come on. Get some points, baby. Fitzpatrick. Ooh. Yeah. I agree with that. That was a bad penalty by the Jets defense. Yeah, that was a bad. I mean, he obviously was going to slide.
To avoid a penalty just like that, he said that's something we talked about this week. It's a split-second decision, but when you're trying to get off,
I mean, sometimes it's tough. Honestly, though, I can make a solid argument for that. Shit is super bang bang, and I don't think that the Jets, defensive player meant to go, towards Fitzpatrick's head. But I mean, that's almost going to get called every time. So they do got to be better there. 38 seconds. They got 2 timeouts. They're in Jets territory. There you go. Come on, Grant. Hell yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I think they called the timeout. Good. 29 seconds. Let's go. That was a big play. Here we go. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Where are they now? Where are they? Where are they on the field? So the further they get downfield, the more the expectation becomes that they get a touchdown over a field goal, right? Because they got 29 seconds. They still got 1 timeout. They just got a big play. It's first down. I think they're in field goal range. And I think that they're pretty far into Jets territory. So the expectation of them, the expectation for this drive has increased because of that. Let me see, where are they? I still don't know where exactly they are, though.
Third different team he's done that, along with the Jets and the Bills. So he's got the majority of the division covered. And now 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
From the 16-yard line. Yeah, dude, they need to fucking go get a score, bro. Let's see how this play goes. Oh, and it was picked off. No, that's unacceptable, bro. Because that's totally on Fitzpatrick. I mean, that was good defensive play too. Yeah, but that was totally Fitzpatrick, bro. He totally just he forced that. And now they don't get any points. No, see, again, massively unacceptable. Because you should at least be able to, they just gave up their opportunity now to double dip. They should have at least been able to come away with 3. I mean, the Jets have 3 timeouts in 22 seconds. Are they going to get all the way downfield? They better not. They fucking better not. It's a short dump off to Gore that goes for about 10 yards. They take a timeout. but there's only 13 seconds left.
You surprised they're not just taking a knee here?
No, I'm not surprised that they're not taking a knee. Fuck that. Take your shot, man. You're down 21 points. You're 0-5 on the season. Fucking do something. Yeah, fuck yeah, go for it. Yeah, taking a knee is giving the fuck up. Nah, hell nah. I mean, if they somehow got a fucking touchdown, that would be massively unacceptable. I don't see that happening, so I'm not super worried about it. I'd be pissed if it happened, but incomplete. They got 7 seconds. Flacco does not look like he is in this, bro. He just does not look like he is in this.
But he doesn't really do that football move. He turns a little bit. Nice hustle.
Flacco looks like he is just fucking.
If you don't go for it, everybody going, well, you kneel down with all 3 timeouts.
He looks empty. Like, he looks like there's not really much going on. Like, he's just kind of going through the motions. Like, he's just not there. He looks like a shell of a person. 2 seconds, 4th and 1.
And now in this first half, the Jets and Dolphins have combined to go 0 for 11 on 3rd down.
Wow, so neither team though has converted on 3rd down. So 0 for 11.
Now the Jets are not going to give a shot on 4th down.
So they're going to go for it on 4th down. Yeah, Flacco just started charging off the field, bro. Like, he just expected. Gase was like, no, bitch, get out there.
Wide receiver is going to play deep center field.
And final timeout.
Flores took a timeout to talk things over.
Flores just took a timeout. I mean, most likely it's going to be an incomplete pass. There's 2 seconds left, and that's how the half will end.
Including the playoffs. Of course, the last time he faced Miami was on that Thursday night game 3 years ago.
So every time – so look, the Dolphins are up 21-0. That's how they're going to go into half, okay? Absolutely. Yeah, Flacco used to I don't know. I mean, I was never big on Flacco. I always thought Flacco was they just ran the ball. Anyway, so I always thought Flacco was good, but I always kind of just really viewed him as like a, an average to good quarterback, honestly. And that's fine. You can win games with that, obviously, because the Ravens had a super dominant defense. They had a good, offense built around him. So they were able to do, shit, good coaching, right? And that's proof. Like, Joe Flacco was never, like, elite, bro. Like, he's not. He's not that guy. But he's, he's a good quarterback. He's above average. He's a good quarterback. Anyway, so part of what I was saying, though, is look, the Dolphins are up 21-0 going into half. I fully expect them to win this game. I fully expect them to, continue to dominate, right? Like, by the end of the game, I expect the score and the stat lines to show dominance, right? However, that's not everything. So you also have to take into account the play on the field, right? The game tape, right? And situational football, stuff like that, right? Like those 2 drives, those 2 offensive drives that they went backwards where they should have made the score 28-0 and then ended up punting. No, that's unacceptable, bro. You should just dominate this fucking team, right? That last drive where Fitzpatrick forced the ball and threw an interception, it's unacceptable, bro. You got to, because if you're going to be able to beat teams like the 49ers when they're at full strength, like the Pittsburgh Steelers, like the Ravens, like the Kansas City Chiefs. If you're going to hang with teams like that, the Buffalo Bills in your division, if you're going to hang with teams like that, you're going to have to fucking be able to dominate weak teams, which means not going backwards on those 2 drives and being forced to punt, but going down and getting touchdowns and making, or at least scoring some fucking points, right? So at least go down, score a touchdown, get it 21-0, and then, you know, on the next drive, get a field goal, right? Or something like that, or a field goal, then a touchdown to make it 24-0. Dominate the weak teams, and then with that drive before the half, make sure you at least get the fucking 3 points, if not the touchdown. Don't get greedy. I like being aggressive and keeping your foot on the gas. But Fitzpatrick totally got greedy and tried to force it into Gesicki and got the pick, and then fucking lost the opportunity to double dip and get a score at the back end of the half, the first half, and then at the beginning of the second half. I mean, it's unacceptable, bro. And it plays into the point that I'm making, that the Dolphins are not as good as what, you know, like a lot of people in the media, and particularly the Dolphins YouTubers, are making it seem. Like, I'm sorry, I just got to keep it real, bro. They're not that good yet. They still got a long ways to go before they prove that they are that good.
Safety reads his eyes. Game over. Colts now go to 4-2. Philip Rivers throws for 375 and 2 touchdowns. And the Pittsburgh Steelers dominated the Cleveland Browns, particularly on defense.
Yeah, and look at how the fucking Steelers just destroyed the Browns, bro.
14 on third down. Chase Claypool got his 5th touchdown in 2 weeks. James Conner over 100 yards, and Pittsburgh goes to 5-0.
Pittsburgh 5-0, baby. And guess who's part of that dominant defense? Minka Fitzpatrick, somebody that should still, a player that should still be in a Dolphins uniform.
They came up short. 2-point conversion to tie the game. The Ravens, they win this one 30-28. The Ravens are now 5-1 for the 3rd time in franchise history. Both of those times they won the Super Bowl.
Broncos at the Patriots. Drew Lock throws the football down the field and picked off by Jonathan Jones. 2nd interception in the 4th quarter by Drew Lock. On the ensuing final drive of the game, Cam Newton throws incomplete to N'Keal Harry on 4th down to end the game. Denver beats the Patriots 18-12.
Hell yeah. It's always nice to see a Patriots loss. But look, man, I told you, I've been telling y'all, the Patriots for the past few years have been slowly declining. And then with, you know, Tom Brady leaving and their entire defense being like massively different. But they're still going to end up second in the fucking division. That's my guess. We'll see though, man. We'll see though, because like I said, if the Dolphins can stay healthy, they might be able to win a few more games than they should have been able to in a regular season, in a normal season, without the COVID pandemic, without fucking the just absolutely insane amount of injuries. The Dolphins are super lucky, but if they can stay healthy, then they might be able to win a few more games than expected.
And nobody's asking when are they going to play Tua, because every week our man just goes out there and gets it done. You know, coaches want to win.
So
the other side,
I mean, we got the Rams after our bye week, then the Cardinals, then the Chargers, Broncos, then the Jets again, Bengals, Chiefs, Patriots, Raiders, Bills. I mean, the season's not going to get any easier. They just need to stay healthy, and they might be able to fucking. I mean, look, the Patriots are 2-3 now. So if we get the, I mean, when we get this win, because I fully expect us to get this win, if we lost at this point in the game, Like, if the Jets were to come back and get this win, bro, hell no. Disaster. That's as bad as it could get. I don't expect that, so I'm expecting the Dolphins to come out and get a win. We will move into second place.
Caused you to step on the field without a lack of motivation, no confidence, though.
We'll see how long that lasts.
The motivation you're talking about is exactly what existed with the Miami Dolphins a year ago, and Brian Flores has come in and brought this team back to where they are playing football, expecting to win games.
Yeah.
Xavier Howard, 4 straight games with interceptions, playing great on
I don't agree with that. See, I don't agree with that. This motherfucker, who is this? I can't remember his name. He's like, Brian Flores got the Dolphins playing football, expecting to win games. Not really, dude. This is the first game that anybody expected them to fucking really most people expected them to win a game, right? Like, this is the first time the odds makers have the Dolphins to win. But it's not because the Dolphins are that much better, bro. It's just not. Like, I wish it was. I do. I really do. But it's just not.
The player, somebody's got to. It can be a head coach, too.
That's a good thing. Bill Cowher's making the point, keeping it rising halftime.
What do you mean it can be the head coach, bro? What's the head coach supposed to do? I mean, sure, he can give a fiery fucking, whatever. But what is the Jets team? How is Adam Gase? See, that's one of those ways that they put blame on Adam Gase that I think is absolutely bullshit. That comment there about because one of the commentators there on the half game show or the halftime show was like, some player needs to create a spark for this Jets team. And then the other dude was like, it could also be a head coach. What the fuck is Adam Gase going to do? Seriously, is he going to go get an interception? Is he going to throw a touchdown pass? Is he going to somehow magically make all of his injured players come back? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. That is not on Gase. There's nothing Gase can do. He can, because look, I mean, he could chew his guys out, but then maybe that fucking starts to create a rift, and maybe his players are frustrated, and then they start to hate him because he just, chews them out when they're getting fucking their asses handed to them or whatever, right? Like, that's it's a ridiculous expectation to put on Gase. Like, why is it Gase's job to fucking, turn this game around and get them to fucking, pull a comeback out of their ass, bro? Like, that's absurd. It's absurd. There's literally the play calling. There's literally only but so much he can do. Like, it's ridiculous. That's why, like, in year 3 of Adam Gase's time with the Dolphins, right, when people started criticizing him for his play calling after the offensive line got injured, right, our offensive line got decimated by injuries, and it was completely different. And, they couldn't protect anymore, so on and so forth. So inevitably, and then they started falling behind in games and shit like that. So inevitably the play calling had to change, right? He did his best, but it's not, I mean, like, there are factors that dictate what he does. He's not fucking God. He can't control absolutely fucking everything. And to sit there and say, oh, well, maybe a head coach could do it. Ha 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 ha. No, you're a fucking dick. Stop being a fucking asshole. It's not goddamn Gase's responsibility to get the fucking, I mean, again, and because it goes to the other comment I made earlier. These players, I mean, Joe Flacco does not seem to be in this game at all from the look on his face. But, the players can play as hard as they fucking want, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. They're just not, because of injuries and stuff, they are just not competitive. They are not fielding a competitive roster right now.
Tackle? Can we not do the tackle? If he doesn't tackle you.
Like, that shit pisses me off, bro, because, like, it's just not reality. It's just not reality.
Join today and play free also.
And, like, that helps to feed a lot of these bullshit narratives that convinces people, of things that are not actually real.
All right.
Like, I know that, again, and I said this, I think, last game, you know, I know that the commentators are supposed to be fun and get you involved, you know, and exciting and, you know, uplifting and upbeat and shit. But honestly, bro, I want them to be real. I want them to tell me the fucking reality of shit. Like, I want them to say when, you know, a drive ends because of mistakes by the offense as opposed to, you know, the defense shutting them down, right? Yeah, okay, the offense might have gone 3 and out, but is it really because of the defense, or is it because the offense shot themselves in the foot with, you know, stupid mental mistakes, getting penalties or dropped passes or miscommunication on routes, right? Like, you know, and I mean, it's okay. I don't know. Like,
just ask Siri, who leads the league in interceptions.
I just like living in reality. As painful as reality is, and reality fucking sucks. My life sucks. My life has always sucked as long as I can remember. It's been miserable. It's been full of disappointment and heartache and misery. I've been taken advantage of so much in my life. And all I want, dude, like, I only have 2 goals in my life. The number one thing that I want to accomplish in life is to have an impact, a positive impact on the world, and hopefully help to make it a better place. The other thing that I want is to hopefully maybe have a family of my own someday. That's it. That's all I want. And my entire life, I have constantly made decisions based on what's best, generally for the greater good. But I'm always willing to sacrifice myself for other people. So if I have to make a decision where other people's priorities come over mine, I make that. And so that's part of the reason why my life sucks, because I don't love myself enough, but also because the world is not designed to, you know, care about you. And then, you know, the systems that we operate on are meant to leave us impoverished and poor and so on and so forth. So that way the elites can run everything and have all the wealth and so on and so forth. The second half just started, and we're going to be at like the 24-yard line to start. But also because, like, I'm a very, very principled person, and I stick to my fucking morals. I stick to my principles. I'm consistent. I'm not hypocritical. And I just tell things exactly like they are. So people don't like that. And, you know, but as the point I was making is that as miserable as my life has been, I would so much rather live in reality than, and, you know, live a life based on facts and data and logic and reason than just live in some fantasy world, you know, that just fits a narrative just so I can fool myself into thinking that, you know, my life is better than it is, or that the world is better than it is, or, you know, what have you, because that doesn't actually end up bringing you happiness or whatever. It just actually ends up making things worse, because then it makes the disappointment so much worse. It makes the reality that much worse. When you expect reality to be different than what it is, it makes the facing reality part that much more hard. Like, it's a fact, bro. It's a fact. And I know that from experience, because when I was young, like, people call me negative now. People call me negative. But, like, if you guys knew me when I was a kid, I was literally the most carefree, happy-go-lucky, generous, big-hearted, loving kid that you could find, bro. Like, I was a big hopeless romantic, and I'm still a romantic at heart and whatnot. My beliefs are a lot different than they used to be. Like, I don't believe in monogamy, for example. But anyway, it's a whole side conversation. But anyway, like, I used to be like the happiest fucking guy. And I'm sorry, bro, but life and reality has, you know, it's changed that a little bit, because the world is not a bright and beautiful place. Anyway, so that is now a 3-and-out though. So not only did the Dolphins not capitalize and get points at the end of the half, they failed at the double dip, but they're not even going to get a single dip because now they went 3-and-out on their first drive in the second half. The Dolphins are up 21-0 right now, but they are failing in a lot of substantial ways. That is really like taking away from the dominance that should be happening, for one, that hasn't occurred. And like every time they step on that dominant track, they take a step or two backwards. I mean, bruh. Like, they cannot, like, if they let up points, if they give up points, I mean, a field goal, okay. If they only give up a field goal on this next drive for the Jets, I won't give them too much shit, at least not right away. But if they give up a touchdown on this next drive.
But she wanted someone who loves cats, so we got Chris Waldo. Dinner's almost ready.
Yeah, we're up right now, and I expect it to stay that way. Like I said, I fully expect the Dolphins to win, and they should win this in dominant fashion. So again, I told you guys, right? If the Dolphins were to lose this game, especially now being up 21-0 coming out into the second half, that is absolutely unacceptable. But even if they lose, even if they win this game and it's close, if the Jets, if the Jets start mounting a comeback and just fall short of being able to be successful at that, that's still really unacceptable because they absolutely, from start to finish, should dominate this Jets team, especially considering when you take into consideration certain factors that are unknown until the game is played, right? Penalties is what I'm talking about in particular right now. But, that's one of those factors that you don't know how it's going to play out until the game actually is played. So you don't know how it's going to affect the game. But, and you don't know if they're going to be bad calls, etc. But the penalties are pretty much all against the Jets. So again, the Dolphins that's not an excuse. Like, it's not penalties that are holding. So Andrew Van Ginkel is officially out with a concussion, and Kamu Grugier-Hill has just gone into the locker room. Look, he looks so lacking in motivation, bro. There is absolutely no excitement on Joe Flacco's face. None. Like, none in his body language. Like, this dude is like going through the motions as much as one can go through the fucking motions. I mean, forward momentum likely has that as a no gain because he got back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2. But there you go, fucking.
Earned it back into the lap of Gore. Gore has really nowhere to run, and Roberts finishes them all.
Loss of 2 on the play. Frank Gore has 6 carries for 14 yards.
I wouldn't take it that far, but it would be acceptable to be upset if we lost this game. I don't see that being a thing. I can't imagine that we lose. Flacco just got sacked. So it's going to be like 3rd and 14.
What a pickup he's been in his first season with the Dolphins. That's his 4th sack.
You can look at the pass rush and say, they got.
Yeah, Flacco really does not seem to even give a shit, bro. He really doesn't. I don't know what else to say. Like, I can't remember a time that I've seen a quarterback fucking just not give a shit. More positive energy. I mean, I give real, bro. As soon as reality becomes positive, I'll be back to being positive.
For the Jets.
But I refuse to twist the narrative just to suit, my feelings or anybody's feelings, frankly. Not to be a dick. I really don't mean to be a dick when I say that, but like, look, I mean, the reality is that, a large part of the reason why the world sucks is because, the elitists and greed and blah, 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 but also because, people are trained in such a way that we do not make decisions based off of logic and reason. We don't critically think or analyze. Instead, we make irrational, emotional decisions. And that leads to disaster overwhelmingly. When people, it's important to take people's feelings and emotions into account. Absolutely. And every situation is different. Every context is different. It depends on what we're talking about. But when you operate on a general basis, making your decisions based in emotion as opposed to logic, I mean, the vast majority of shit is going to be disastrous, especially when you couple it with things like, the insane greed and shit. Gaskin is the next Larry Zonka. That's high praise. He still has a long way to go. And again, I mean, the defenses that we have faced have been either decimated by injuries or or in the case of the Patriots, just different because of opt-outs and so on and so forth, and players leaving in free agency. We'll have to wait and see how he does next year. Look, like I said, bro, I don't think that the Dolphins are as good as what people are hyping them up to be. I don't think that they've made as much improvement as it seems because of the other factors. But look, and that's another 3 and out.
The Jets defensively, McClendon and Phillips getting in the backfield, and Brian Flores is keeping
unacceptable
on the field.
Yeah, there's a little bit of discussion. Kind of hurry up. Bark out some signals.
So, I mean, it looks like the offense is going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
It's 4-2, and it looks like Fitzpatrick for the moment is just trying to get the Jets to jump. Why not?
They're trying to maybe just possibly get a penalty. Yeah, it doesn't look like they really care to run a play necessarily.
I don't think the Jets are going to fall for this one.
Yeah.
They'll take the delay of game and they'll.
Yeah, they were literally just trying to get a penalty.
See the smile. Offense number 14. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Nah, bro. There is so much. Look, I don't know. Again, people can call me negative and shit all you want. But this is not the kind of dominating performance that you want to see, right? The Dolphins are winning 21-0, yes. But this is not the kind of dominating performance that you would expect against a Jets team that is reeling from injuries and has, then plenty of other problems to boot, et cetera, right? Like, no, dude, this is.
Bounces at the 2. Good coverage downfield by Miami. And once again, the Jets will be backed up on offense.
I mean, they're going to be at their own, 6 or 7 yard line, so.
Timeout on the field.
When there's work to be done, your most powerful tool is the Home Depot app. Bring styles to life with just a few taps. And find a replacement. Get a second opinion in just a second. And when you can't drop what you're doing, we'll drop it off for you free.
I'm kind of getting annoyed with all these text messages and stuff about the election. I already cast my ballot.
Good morning.
treatment.
I made my choice, and it's not Donald Trump, and it is not Joe Biden. I voted for neither of those scumbags.
Our retirement plan with Goya gives us confidence.
So we can spend a bit today knowing we're prepared for tomorrow.
I chose to go green for this one, baby.
You overdid it, maybe?
I actually re-registered from I left the Democratic Party officially too, and did I vote for myself? Fuck! Bro! Oh, I should have fucking done that. Cause look, Howie Hawkins and the Green Party, they're not gonna win either. And to be honest, any Green Party vote, no vote, any third party vote at all, or any no vote, pretty much falls into the same category. Because what I believe is going to happen is roughly about a third of the country is going to vote for Donald Trump, a third of the country is going to vote for Joe Biden, and then a third of the country is either going to be Howie Hawkins in the Green Party or Joe Jorgensen, which is like something Libertarian Party or whatever. And then people who don't vote is going to make up a third of the country. And then when you add in, voter suppression and voter fraud done by predominantly the Republicans, but also the Democrats, I think Trump's going to win the election. Fuck. So I should have voted. I should have wrote myself in. That would have been so much fun. Fuck. Damn. I don't know why I didn't think. Well, I do know why I didn't think of that, because I'm not an egotistical person. For as much as people have told me that I'm like this big know-it-all, I do not think about myself like at all. And that's been pretty evident throughout my life, which is, it's not that I don't love myself or anything like that. It's just I care so much about other people, even though they constantly shit on me and, fuck me over and take advantage of me and people fucking hate me. Like, despite that, I can't help myself but to care. All right. So that's about 11 yards on first down for Gore. So Kamu Grugier-Hill is questionable to return with a hand injury.
And also for Miami, Grugier-Hill has a hand injury. His return is questionable. Back to Gore. This time not much doing for Frank Gore. Joe Flacco entered today needing 200
That was a 1 yard run.
yards to tie Joe Montana for 20th all time. And when we talked to Joe last night, he had no idea that was the case. And he was like a little schoolboy when we told him, James. He said, Montana's my favorite quarterback. I can't wait to tell my dad that I'm that close. I hope I can do it today here against Miami. So far, there's not much doing. Only 59 yards passing, and now 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9. Yeah, I mean, this Jets team, bro,
Normally, when you have a big lead
at this rate, they could end up going winless. I mean, the injuries are just outrageous. Joe Flacco literally looks like he does not give 2 fucks, bro. Like, I cannot pick up even a shred of like motivation or urgency or anything out of Joe Flacco, bro.
At the 23, Jets are now 0 for 10 on 3rd down.
So Dolphins get another stop.
And when you do that, the ball has to come out quickly. It comes out quickly, but a great
When it comes to Dolphins defense versus Jets offense, overall it's pretty close. It's pretty even when it comes to factors. So what I mean by that is I think the results have been a little bit more the Dolphins defense, right? Because Xavier Howard got his interception, and they've been making some nice plays, right? They got some sacks, I think, right? They got 1 or 2 sacks. They've got some tackles for loss, right? Some passes defensed. So the Dolphins defense has been playing really good. So I would say, you know, in the matchup versus Dolphins defense versus Jets offense, it's probably like, I don't know why 56% is the number that sticks out in my head, but, you know, I might just round it up and say like it's 60%. The results that we've seen on the field are 60% Dolphins defensive play performance. I think the reason why I want to say 56% is because, in large part, because of the fact that the Jets are just absolutely decimated with injuries going into this game, and that obviously put them at a massive, massive disadvantage. Yeah, but because they've also, like I said, Joe Flacco, man, it's so crazy. He just looked like he is so disinterested with this game, like no motivation whatsoever. And there have been so many like miscommunications, overthrows, underthrows, like, and then the ungodly amount of penalties that they've had, most of which have legit been on them. I think they had 1 or 2 that I thought was a bad call.
It's 25 times faster than today's 4G networks.
Yeah, bro, they're struggling.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
How much did the chair cost?
I'm excited. And how it will change the way businesses do everything.
I think it was like,
I'm proud because we didn't build it the easy way.
200 something.
Right.
I think.
This is the 5G.
Somewhere, I think a little over $200. I think, if I remember correctly. I love this chair. Nah, I had a really shitty old school fucking computer chair before this, and I had to upgrade. Yeah, no, this chair is great. Respawn. It's a Respawn gaming chair. They have really, really good fucking chairs. They're like one of the better. Oh yeah, bro. The Jets play the Bills next week. Yeah, they're gonna be 0-7. I mean, there's just nothing that they can do, bro. Like because they're probably gonna have more players get injured as the year goes on. I mean, there's still half a season to go. Like, there's nothing that they can do, bro. All right, so now they're down to the the Jets 45. Come on, man.
People are watching for 3-4 weeks down the road, not just next week, not just this game. So if you're the
more dominance, let's go.
You have to remember, it doesn't matter what the score is on this one particular play. You're being judged on each and every play. That effort level should be through the roof, and that's what you're looking for.
Sure thing.
Looking at these ball clubs.
Fitzpatrick looking deep and completes it to Parker.
Oh, that was a really strange series of things that just happened. There was some pressure coming in on Fitzpatrick. It looked like it might have got tipped a little, or maybe it was just a wobbly pass.
And I remember going out to practice thinking, I want to watch him to see what's wrong with him, to see why he's not living up to that first-round status. And he had a quad strain in September, finger fracture in August of 2018, and all those things led to him kind of going down a little bit. But last year, 72 receptions, and this year, 26 receptions coming into this ballgame. He's back on track to being a #1 elite receiver.
Yeah. Oh. See, Fitzpatrick with some fucking some tricky shit there.
Because you can't grow a beard this long, #1. That left-handed pass right there, yeah. It's a doozy. It travels all of about a yard and a half.
You learned that from Tua.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, good for him for getting out of the sack.
Over him, and it still is a 4-yard completion.
and picking up 4 yards.
Jets are late getting off the field. Penalty flag as Parker slips the tackle and goes out of bounds. Jets are going to be
Come on, man. They need to take more shots, bro. Like, this is so boring. Like, the offense is boring. It's super boring for 21 points, dude. Like, come on, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, not just the failed offensive drives where they went backwards and had to punt, right? That's not all of it.
Excuse me, defense number 93. That penalty declined. 12 men on defense. That penalty declined. Result of the play, first down.
See,
It's also because the fucking offense is not being like, who do I got? Dodgers, Braves, Dodgers, I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about the teams. I'm going to say Dodgers just simply because I live in LA and because that's my second team.
Miami in the red zone, first down and 10.
In the red zone. Come on. Got to get a touchdown, bro.
Miami was in the conversation.
Got to get a touchdown.
Because
look, man, they've been back and forth between dominating and fucking sucking. So they need to get back to dominating. Put up another fucking touchdown. Make this shit 28-0.
They don't think they're going to be there at the end. This team has a strong belief. They showed it by beating the 49ers a week ago, and this way will bring them to 3-3 if they can hold off the Jets on 2nd and 6. It is Gaskin. Gaskin inside the 10.
Looks like probably a first down.
Further your point about where the Dolphins think they are, let's remember who their head coach is, Brian Flores.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I don't really care where they think they are. They're wrong. Like, I'm sorry, but they're wrong, bro. Like, they're just wrong. They're not that fucking good yet. They're just not. 3rd and 1. Come on, bro. Like, they got to get a touchdown. I mean, you should be able to at least get a first down here. It's 3rd and 1. I mean, he had a dude in the flat for an easy touchdown. See, that's Ryan Fitzpatrick fucking up again. I mean, this is also unacceptable. Again, this is an unacceptable drive. I mean, look, they're probably going to kick the field goal, but they're not. I mean, like, again, like, people can call it negative if they want, but I don't understand how people look at this and be like, oh, yes, I get it. The score is now going to be 24-0. But I'm pretty sure that the Jets are probably the most injured team in the league, or certainly up there. They had problems even before that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They're not playing well. They're shooting themselves in the foot. Their quarterback doesn't seem to give a fuck about being in this game at all. I'm pretty sure he's daydreaming, right? So, like,
I immediately saw the challenge of climate change.
I don't understand, like, how people are going to look at this and be like, yeah, the Dolphins had a super dominating performance. But that's how all the headlines are going to read. That's what everybody's going to say. That's what the other Dolphins YouTubers are going to fucking tell people, right? They're going to be like, the Dolphins, they fucking destroyed the Jets. First of all, they should. That's what you would expect. But it's not anywhere near where it should be. Like, they should absolutely fucking be over 40 points right now.
These are the people we depend on.
Yeah, and, like, that's exactly right, Henry. Like, how many shots down the field have they taken? Like, almost none. To their credit, they did it a lot last week against the 49ers. Why are they not doing that, like, at all in this game? Right? Like, it's, I mean, it should be, yeah. Also, their third down, they haven't, their third down rate is garbage too. They haven't been converting on third downs. Not even that one. It was a 3rd and 1. A 3rd and 1. You're down like inside the 10. It's 3rd and fucking 1. I would have been better off with them just running the ball, picking up the first down, and then giving themselves 4 more plays to get a touchdown than Fitzpatrick missing the guy in the flat that was wide open for a touchdown and throwing it to the back of the end zone into coverage, et cetera, and causing them to, kick the fucking field goal. Nah, like, this is not – you expect them to dominate against the Jets, but this is not as dominant a performance as it should be. Not even close.
And buy Skechers. Get comfortable.
I mean, to be fair, I won't say not even close because it still is 24-0. But it's a disappointing kind of dominance. Like, it really is.
49 to go, third quarter. This was not the plan to play this game today, but the NFL schedule was reshuffled a week ago. This game appeared on the schedule, and here we are. Late third quarter. Now the social media, James, I know you're big on social media. This is what's going on, how it started. Joe Flacco, quarterback at Delaware. Ryan Fitzpatrick at Harvard. And now, where we are today. How's it going? Flacco is 3rd NFL team. And for Fitz, his 8th NFL team.
Well, 2 reasons I remember that, because obviously Joe Flacco.
Yeah, it's not.
Baltimore Ravens started at the University of Pittsburgh.
It's not a positive that Fitzpatrick is on his 8th team. That's not a positive thing.
As a quarterback, he didn't want to play behind Ryan Fitzpatrick.
On first down, it's Ty Johnson with his first touch as a Jet. He's claimed off waivers from the Lions earlier this month. Christian Wilkins on the tackle. You're talking about throwbacks and old school. How about this? In 2003, Boston College played Miami.
Like, for a blowout dominant game, it's really kind of boring.
BC made a tackle on Frank Gore. Now, Gore did have the better of BC in that game. He rushed for 74 yards and a touchdown. Miami won 33-14. But as Flores told us, that was one of my better hits. I actually got one on Frank Gore.
2nd and 2. Oh! Come on! What the fuck, man? That was a big run. Nah. Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Look, I definitely don't expect the Jets to come back, but it's not quite garbage time yet, because it's not impossible, and especially if they could start ripping off runs and plays like that, it's definitely not impossible. It's not probable though either. The likelihood is not very high.
That was the longest Jets run by a Jets running back this year. Jeff Smith makes the catch.
Well, let's see how this drive turns out.
Boston College Eagle.
You look, and what do you see that's different in there? Joe Flacco not.
I mean, look, like I said, you don't expect the Jets to win, and we are definitely getting close to garbage time. But if they do, close that gap and they get, the score closer, the closer that they, or the more they close the gap, if they do at all, the worse it is for the Dolphins and their performance. So, they need to hold them to as few points as possible. Hopefully 0. Hopefully keep them at 0. It's 3rd and 1. They have not converted a 3rd down yet. Neither team has converted a 3rd down. They're 0-10. We're 0-6. We need to make sure that they don't be that they are not the first team to convert on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 1. We need to get a stop here.
Gutsy call, James. 3rd and 1. It's a play fake. Flacco in trouble, and we're still without a 3rd down conversion.
There you go. They brought pressure, and now it's 4th and 1. They're likely going to go for it, though. I would think. Maybe not. I mean, I would think so.
He's still in the pocket. Oh, now they're going to call grounding. Yeah, the pass did not get to the line of scrimmage.
Offense number 5.
There's a grounding penalty. Maybe not. Because it's going to be 4th and 6 now.
Yikes. Yeah. So 4th and 1.
They are going to go for it.
Yeah. Field goal attempt. And for now, the offense is staying out there. I mean, you're down 24-0.
I mean, I think they got to go for it regardless. 4th and 6. I mean, we got to get the stop. They cannot let – if they go for it, we cannot let them convert. 4th and 14.
It was a 13-yard loss on the play.
What? How is it a 13-yard loss?
It would be a new career long if he makes it.
Remember, he's driving that ball, so those hands
Is
get
it
a middle
because of where he threw the ball? Like where he was when he threw it?
Pickens' first miss of the season.
That was a really long field goal, and they missed. All right, there you go. They got their stop.
So the intentional grounding penalty proves costly for the Jets. They are still not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, if it wasn't for that intentional grounding penalty, that
off target, right off his foot, kind of just trying to get a little extra into it and hold it.
would have been a 13-yard. They would have been 13 yards closer.
5 kickers yet to miss this year, both field goals and extra points. And now 9 for 10 on field goals this season as the Dolphins take over at their own 45-yard line.
I feel bad for Gase, bro. He's just been dealt such a shit hand since his second year with us. He did remarkable shit in year 1 with the Dolphins.
A groin injury. We saw him go under the tent and head back to the locker room, but updated now, he's out.
Frankie Louvu is out with a groin injury for the Jets, so there goes another one of their top players. Like I said, they're just going to keep getting injuries. We still have a half a season to play, and they're about to go play the Bills too. Well, I don't know if they go to Buffalo, but they're about to play the Bills. I feel super bad for the fucking. Oh. Dude, come on, man. Stop fucking. Like, I don't like this conservative play calling, bro. Fucking push it, man. Like, see, and going back to the point about, Brian Flores and his aggressiveness, right? So, like, people praised him so much for being aggressive last year, even though almost every single time he was aggressive, it failed and it was stupid as fuck. But now this year, like, fucking push it, man. Like, push the issue. Stop being so conservative and shit.
It's like walking on clouds.
I mean, they have not fucking I think they had one pass downfield that picked up, considerable yardage, a chunky yardage.
What if once in a blue moon happened more than once in a blue moon? Reach for the moon.
They definitely have as many failed drives as they do scoring drives. And their scoring drives are boring. Like, come on, man. We need to see more fucking dominance, dude.
Welcome to DraftKings, the land of million-dollar opportunity. A place you've only seen in your dreams. Now let's bring it to life. Millionaires have already been made here this season, and there's more where that came from. Get in on the gridiron action.
Like, see, we're not even halfway through the season. I'm still not even convinced that the season's going to make it all the way through. But there was some more COVID-related news that I think I didn't get to put into any video. but there's so much of it that like it's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm not even convinced that the season's still gonna is gonna make it all the way. But if it does or whatever, and we're not even halfway through, but I'm already ready for next year to be done with, right? Like, because I want to see where the Dolphins end up after this season, and then I want to see where they end up after next season, and I want to compare, right? Like, I want to see, because I want to know if, you know, the Dolphins are able to have dominant performances like they did last week, and, you know, the so-called dominant performance that they're having now this week against, you know, teams next year when there's an actual like full off season. Theoretically, there's going to be a full off season. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think COVID's still going to be around at that point, but we'll see. You know, a full and regular off season and
2020 Jets, a bag with a mask.
You know, playing against teams that are at full strength because they're not decimated by injuries and shit like that. I want to see them do that next year when the season is a normal season, not this crazy madness of bullshit that really makes it impossible to evaluate. Incomplete. Jesus Christ, dude. See, again, there's 0% on third down. 0%. Bro. Yes, they're winning 24-0. I get it. 0% on third down. Like, almost nothing downfield. To be fair, that one went kind of downfield. Who's the longest tenured Dolphin? I'm sorry, I forgot. I think Parker probably is. I mean, like Parker. Yeah, I think probably Parker.
The broadcast booth, he's James. I'm Andrew. If this fourth quarter looks like the way it's headed, would you consider putting in Tua if you're Miami?
Yes, I would, especially if you get.
No, I wouldn't. They're talking about would you put Tua in? No. I don't know how much more clear I can make it. No, I do not want to take a single chance in getting him hurt at all. Nope, I do not want him to have any experience on the field. He's a smart kid learning from a dude who went to Harvard. They have tablets. They can literally watch everything, bro. Like, no, bro. I do not want to see Tua on the field at all.
The Jets had 2 yards passing.
They've done a much better job on the ground and just sticking to it. Frank Gore is always going to have those shoulders squared, be headed upfield. And it's a statement that says, this is how you play. It doesn't matter.
Raekwon Davis is going to the locker room now. Our rookie second-round defensive tackle. Great. So now Dolphins injuries are starting to pile up in this game. Andrew Van Ginkel's out with a concussion.
It's hard to think that when you look at Frank Gore's career.
Who is the other player? God damn it. Now I can't think of who it is. And then Raekwon Davis just went off. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the Dolphins are going to be able to continue their luck of not being injured. Like, there's still half a season. I'm pretty sure they're going to fucking... I'm pretty sure they're going to have some injuries pile up at some point. They're starting to over the past couple of weeks.
Because the 2 ahead of them, Lorenzo Neal and Tony Richardson, both were fullbacks.
You know what he should do next? Find out where Tom Brady is. Get on that team. Nobody will talk about him being the oldest guy on the team.
On third down, we are still 0 for third down at Hard Rock Stadium. Brandon Jones, the rookie out of Texas, making that tackle.
You know, you've got a play where Frank Gore's going to cross the formation. Great job by Brandon Jones running through that gap. Reed and Gore probably had him in man-to-man coverage, so he's trying to follow him if he's going out the pass route.
I mean, Wilkins should probably be careful leapfrogging people because he doesn't want to get hurt.
So far today, we're 0 for 19.
0 for 19 on third downs, bro. That's between both teams. 0 for 19. There's 12:56 left to go. Brett, if this game goes with no third down conversions, I'm not sure if that's ever happened before, but I'm sure that they will let us know. But that's fucking crazy, dude. I'm really hungry. I'm getting really hungry. I'm going to have to grub the fuck out after this. Dolphins naturally leap. You fell asleep? Well, I guess that kind of proves my point, dude. This shit has been boring, yo. For a dominant performance by the Dolphins, it's been really boring, actually. This is the most boring domination I've ever seen.
For some of us, our daily journey is a short one. Save 50% when you pay per mile with Allstate. Pay less when you drive less. You've never been in better hands.
Honestly, bro, at this point, we need to, prevent them from scoring at all. Get another turnover or something, man. Come on. Pick off another Flacco pass, dude.
You guys know what that means.
Often. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that, honestly. I really, really liked how Chan Gailey was calling the offense last week, dude. They were being super aggressive. They were really pushing it downfield. And it was smart because that's how you take advantage of a 49ers defense that is decimated, has no pass rush, and, who has no fucking cover corners. And, with a rookie in there, right? That's how you do it. But they're not doing, any of that today. It's super boring. Yeah, shutout would be nice. No, I mean at this point, late in the game, bro, they really need to. Especially if they're not gonna fucking score anymore. They've stopped scoring. So if they're not gonna score any more fucking points, then they got to make sure that the fucking Jets don't score any more fucking points. Or don't score any points at all.
So Flacco talking to the backup quarterback today. That is Mike White, who was elevated off the practice squad to serve as the backup. And it's still Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback for Miami.
Yes, good. Do not put Tua in the game.
On first down, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot.
Finally, deep shot. Oh! That was definitely an interception.
It is an interception for the Jets and Marcus May.
Wow. There is a flag, I thought.
A lot of contact on the route. May hung with it, and he comes down with his first interception.
Oh, no, maybe not. I mean, that's a pick. That was a wild pick, bro. But, I mean, they finally push it downfield, and then...
Once he does that, it ends up on his right cheek.
Yeah.
And he caught it behind him.
Dude, how he fucking... That's some concentration, bro.
Well, both players could have been called for pass interference. They let him go, and then it's May who makes the acrobatic interception.
Holy fuck, that was a fucking incredible pick. Look, see, I mean, that's more exciting than the Dolphins' offense has been, really. Bruh. I mean, you got to say, that's impressive, bro. But there you go. Now Fitzpatrick's thrown 2 interceptions today.
Fifth career interception confirmed in replay. It's Jets football.
Like I said, bro, this shit is not the kind of dominant performance that you want. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not.
Here's Johnson again. Over him is Landon Roberts.
I mean, as long as they can keep the Jets from scoring,
Marcus May, one of the captains of this Jets defense.
then I guess it's whatever.
Second on the team in tackles. Trying to provide a spark. A game that has not had many from the Jets sideline.
And a little bit of shift in their defense. May, who had normally played up near the line of scrimmage, has been.
I gotta say, it is fun watching Fitz and Tua. I'd still rather have him learning behind Tannehill, but that's a first down for the Jets. No flea flicker attempts. I mean, they got to do something, the Jets do, but they're not, I mean, they're not going to win. Oi! Well, that could have been a very bad play for the Jets. Turned it into something.
Adam Gase with that run in Denver, but then went to Chicago, 3 years here in Miami, and then last year with the Jets. And you can see in total offense, it's gotten worse and worse each year. And he entered today second worst in total yards. Only Washington was below that.
2nd and 4 for the Jets. Come on, guys. Let's get another stop. Man, this is the most energy I've seen out of Flacco the entire game. Ooh, that was so close to being picked. Yeah, come on, bro. That could have been that pick 6. Come on, Jones. The rookie, man.
Third down coming up. You know, this is Brandon Jones. We saw him make the play against.
Yeah, see, that should have been fucking. That could have added to the dominance. If that would have been a pick 6, there you go. But there have been no third down conversions successful in this game, bro. This is third down right here, 3rd and 4. They're bringing pressure. Oh my God! We let them convert the first third down of the game! What is wrong with you?
I thought they might stop the game for a moment. Take that ball. Send it to Canton.
Fuck!
Nice job, Flacco. They're grabbing him. They're stepping up.
Like, I'm sorry, bro, but like the fact that neither team is converted on a third down until just then, and now they are 1 for 13. We're 0-7, and they're 1 for 13, and their percentage is still better. Oh my God, because it's better than 0%.
A lot of injuries to update you on here, Andrew.
Wow.
Idoga has been downgraded to out due to dealing with that calf injury. And on the Dolphins side, Raekwon Davis, I saw him go
Damn.
medical test. Hits the locker room. We are now learning that he is questionable with a shoulder injury. Also,
So
Parker questionable with a groin injury.
What? Oh my God, no! Raekwon Davis is questionable with a shoulder. Parker is fucking questionable with a fucking groin injury. Oh my God, dude. So we're starting to have injuries pile up, bro. Injuries are piling up now.
Contact is what the game is all about. So he's getting up, nice hit. Good.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. All right, it's 3rd and 4 right now for the Jets. Get a stop. Do not let them convert another third down. I swear to God, if you guys let them convert another third down, bro. Look, and they're on the fucking Dolphins 29, so they're in field goal range. Oh. I mean, I don't know what Flacco is doing there, but they're now out of field goal range. 26 yards on the sack, bro. What was Flacco doing? Again, like he is not in this game, bruh. Throw it away. Even the grounding penalty, if you would have gotten one, would have been nowhere near that. Holy shit. Yeah, a lot of groins, but there's also been a ton of ACL tears this year. That's the soft tissue injuries, bro. Soft tissue, biceps injuries. We've seen a bunch of those. Tendon injuries. Well, at least they didn't give up another third down conversion, I guess.
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chains.
Wish we could win just one game, please, God. I mean, we're going to win. We're going to win this game, but it's the most boring, dominant performance I've ever seen from any team. And, like, I mean, they just should have dominated a lot more.
Never go to a dealership again.
It's a super disappointing, dominant performance by the Dolphins team.
I'm a Verizon engineer, and today we're turning on 5G across the country with a coverage of 5G nationwide. And in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. It will change your phone and how businesses do everything. I'm proud because we didn't build it the easy way. We built it right. This is the 5G America's been waiting for, only from Verizon.
That garlic butter is something else. It's like the garlic butter showed up to the party first, and then he called the bacon and was like, dude, you got to get down here. And then the bacon showed up, and now everybody's having a good time.
Junior garlic butter bacon burger.
One play, one touchdown. Oh, what a catch. Touchdown.
All right, come on, man.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sonic. This is how we Sonic. Geico. Happy Geico-y. You could save even more by bundling.
Look, even these Dolphins fans that are dancing right now, like it's not even all that high energy, like, because this shit's boring, bro.
Coming up, State Farm postgame show, time permitting. Join JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cower. All the latest NFL scores and highlights coming up on the State Farm postgame show.
I mean, can we put more points up? Let's not get shut out in the second half, bro. Right? Like, okay, we're going to shut them out for the whole game. That's cool, but it's also not okay if we get shut out in the second half.
Fitzpatrick, 191 yards.
First and 10 from the Dolphins 22. And Gaskin manages 4 after a potential loss of yardage.
James, Mr. Hall of Famer, you've liked what you've seen today from Myles Gaskin.
Think about when this game first started. Where did Ryan Fitzpatrick go in the past game? Nothing was open down the field. Dump it short to Gaskin. Hand it off to Gaskin. Gaskin right. Gaskin left. Gaskin all over the place. I just love what he's done. He's influenced and put some energy into this.
Bro, if Myles Gaskin gets hurt, the run game is fucked.
In 2 years, since Caleb Balaj did it.
If Myles Gaskin gets hurt, the run game is fucked.
Gaskin again runs into Steve McClendon and others. Quentin Williams in on the tackle. Let's check in with Sherry.
Well, Andrew, I'm noticing on the Jets sideline that Flacco and Gase are talking. And what we're noticing is this seems like it was the first time that they've had this kind of conversation today.
Well, how would you describe the conversation?
Well, it's our sideline producer who's on the Jets sideline. So let me get to him. I'm trying to spot them here from the Miami side, and I'll get back to you to get a feel for what this conversation is.
They just mentioned how Gase and Flacco just like had their first conversation on the sideline. And we're still 0 for fucking shit on third down, bro.
Yet to convert a third down. They're 0 for 8.
0 for 8. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Come on.
Patrick is looking up at that big scoreboard inside the stadium.
Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I'm sorry. This is not a dominant performance, bro. This is not a dominant performance.
Barrios, the deep man. From the 25, he calls for a fair catch. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and an interview with Vladimir Putin's main rival who is recovering from being poisoned. And then, do you know what the CBS...
Yeah, against the Jets, bro. Against the Jets. 0 for 8 on third downs. And we let them get one. Their third down percentage, as garbage as it is still better than ours. Oh, my God. I mean, I hope that doesn't last for the fucking remainder of the game, dude. But if it does, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
6:53 to go.
6:53 left in the game. And the Jets are going to take some time off the clock. How much, I don't know. So a pass to Frank Gore picks up like 3.
Andrew, you know that big, giant play sheet that
4.
Gase has to look at to draw plays from? It is so hard to see the print on it when you're down 24-0. You squint your eyes.
I mean, we're definitely going to win the game.
Good call. Right now, you're thinking about how can I protect Joe Flacco when
I mean, Joe Flacco just looks miserable.
Flacco's pass is batted down. That's Christian Wilkins.
Nice.
And he gives the Dikembe Mutombo to Joe Flacco. Wilkins is Mr. Personality. We had a nice chat with
Batted down at the line, so it's 3rd and 6. Well,
Well, that's a super athletic move, and you talk about position versatility. He is a run stopper first and second down.
he's a run stopper first, bro. Stop. Please do not tell me Christian Wilkins is a run stopper first. He has not proven that yet, especially not last year. But we haven't been the greatest with it this year either. And they just gave up another third down conversion. A 3rd and 6. Are you kidding me? Bro. What the fuck? Bro.
New franchise record as he has now gone 5 consecutive games with at least 7 receptions.
And that spans back to the tail end of last season because he missed a couple.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And when we talked to him, I thought that would be a real.
They're 2 of 15.
Crowder against Nick Needham, slot corner against slot receiver.
We are 0 for 8 on third downs. They're 2 for 15. We're 0 and 8, and their fucking percentage is still better.
Flacco throws it away with the pressure coming once again. This time it was Zach Sealer applying the heat. Sealer made some headlines in Miami earlier this week when he told the press that he lives in an RV down here in Miami. And there it is, his RV residence.
That's a nice looking RV.
Beautiful setup.
Zach Sealer. They're showing Zach Sealer's RV that he lives in. I mean, it's pretty dope. It's a pretty dope setup. But it is a little surprising for an NFL player. Well, an NFL player that's like a starter on a team and stuff like that gets significant playing time. His contract, I'm sure he could buy a house. So they're now down inside the 40. Come on, let's keep them from putting any points up, even if it is garbage time points, because that just makes you look worse.
Nick Needham having to run through traffic, number 40. And once he catches up to Perriman puts on the brakes and heads upfield.
Approaching 5 minutes to play.
Nick Needham got victimized there.
What are the audibles again?
Come on, man. Got to keep them from getting points. They're bringing some heat. That is way deep, bro.
Jeff Smith. First round pick.
It was like way too deep.
Is on the coverage.
Also known as Noah.
Yeah, a little bit easier to say Noah.
Also known as Noah.
40th overall selection out of Auburn.
No, I do not want Tua in the game at all. Do not put Tua in the game.
Years old. And there is, speaking of young
No, do not put him in the game.
taking a few snaps from the starting center, Ted Karras. So we'll keep an eye on that. 2nd down and 10.
Do not do it.
Griffin, yes, to the 32. Brings up 3rd down.
He's not going to show me anything that's going to be worth the potential hit.
Flacco told us
Need Matt Moore. Yeah, I mean, I think the situation is a little weird right now because our backup quarterback is expected to be, you know, our future and whatnot. It's 3rd and 2 right now, bro. Hey, look, there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. I just smoked a bowl, but I'm going to smoke another one. Bro, we better not let them convert on this 3rd down.
He's still got it in him that he wants to be here. Maybe not on this play.
Okay, good. They brought pressure. They brought pressure. All right, but now they're going to go for it on 4th. This will be even worse if we let them convert it.
And now you're on your 13. Like he told us, I realize that this is not forever, but I love it. I want to cling to it as much as I can. I want to play as long as I can. And I understand that feeling.
Do not put Tua in the game. Man, I think they're going to put Tua in. Not only does he have his helmet, but like Fitzpatrick's talking to him. I'm just going based off of like body language and shit. They're bringing pressure. Oh my God. And they let him convert. God damn, dude. No, but see, don't even bring. Nah, I guess bring some pressure. Maybe not that much, though. You got to bring some pressure.
Jones got caught with his eyes in the backfield. He knew that pressure.
Fucking Byron Jones.
Flacco just continues to back up.
Vodka. I don't really drink much.
Really be focused just on Perriman not looking into the back.
Yeah, God damn it.
9 passes so far.
1st and 10 at the Dolphins 14. He's down to like the 6 or 7 yard line. All right, at least hold them to a fucking field goal. It's 2nd and 3 right now, so they can still pick up a fucking first. Do not let them get a touchdown.
You know, for the Jets, that fatigue factor is starting to kick in. You start trying to push. You just saw Crowder give Perriman a little high five when he came back into the huddle.
Come on.
Flacco end zone too high.
Just threw that one away. 3rd and 3.
Looks like it's going to be the first time in Flacco's career he will lose to Miami. He had been 7-0 previously.
Yeah, he might have been 7-0 against Miami, but that was probably all with motherfucking the Ravens.
And barring something unforeseen, Adam Gase will go to 30-40 as a head coach in the NFL. It'll be 31 of the 40 losses by double digits.
Miami took a timeout. Dude, why though, bro? Like, why? Why take a timeout? I mean, just let it play out, man. You're just dragging the game on for no fucking reason. You're going to win this game. How are you trying to psych them out? Like, what are you trying to do here? Like, I mean, I don't get it. Why call that timeout? That seems like the most useless fucking timeout.
Did not hire Adam Gase. He was already in place from the previous GM, Mike McCagnon, who was let go, and that's when Douglas came in June of 2019 after the draft, after free agency.
3rd and 3.
From the coaching perspective, the coach trying to get
Come on, get another stop.
like Flores has done here in Miami.
3rd and 3, Flacco again throws it away.
What is he doing, bro? He definitely could have ran for that himself. He's not really that much of a fucking runner, but he could have ran for a first down, at least, if not a touchdown. And he just throws it like way out the back of the end zone. So 4th and 3.
He will go for it on 4th and 3.
Yeah, I mean, why not go for it? Why the fuck not? But if we get a stop here, then we might be able to keep him from scoring points.
Today, the Jets were 0 for 7 on 4th downs.
They may have to use a timeout here.
And he's walking down the sideline. Play clock at 2. They let him go. Flacco has time into the end zone. Broken up. Incomplete. And Miami takes over with 2:27 left.
Incomplete pass.
Bobby McCain got a hand.
Turnover on downs. Do not put Tua in the game.
Has the helmet on. Are we gonna
Oh, do not put him in. They're going to put him in. God damn it.
There he goes. And a big ovation as Tua Tagovailoa trots on the field for the first time.
Oh, God damn it, man.
There's hardly anyone in this building, but it's still loud.
I do not want him on the field. I appreciate Fitz like pumping him up and gassing him up and shit, but
That's exactly what he does.
He looked good doing it too.
yeah, great. He fucking handed. No, dudes, fuck off with the. Oh, he looked so good handing off the ball. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying. What is he gonna show you? What is it? But if he takes one wrong hit, bro. I mean, I get it. Put your franchise quarterback out there so he can fucking kneel at the end of the game. Ooh, ooh. Like, that's so dumb, dude.
On CBS.
No, like, I'm sorry. It's not fucking. It's not worth him being on the field. I mean, look, to be fair, it's probably really safe because they're going to, like, I mean, one first down, and the Jets still have all 3 timeouts, though. So the Jets still have all 3. They're going to have to run at least a few plays, like actual plays. Man, if Tua gets hit.
I really appreciate that Patrick Price on my insurance, Jake from State Farm.
Here's the deal, Patrick. State Farm office.
Enjoy the moment, bro. I'm going to be on edge now. Like,
When you want the real deal,
it went from being just kind of like a little boring, but the Dolphins are gonna win 24-0, dominant, whatever. But like now I'm gonna be on edge, making sure that Tua doesn't take any fucking hits, bro. Like, I mean, and to be fair, they're probably just gonna run the ball a bunch of times. Hopefully that's what they do. And if they don't get a first down, just fucking punt. But, like, if that's all they do, if they just give him the ball to run it, like, 3 times and then punt, well, then what the fuck is the point? Right? Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, if that's all you see out of him, if the entire point is literally just to put him on the fucking field, I mean, you could literally just sub him out for the last play. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, whatever.
The pan, the myth, the legend, the comfort food that started it all. The original pan.
I mean, like, because just think about it.
No one out-pizzas the hut.
Imagine he does get hit and hurt. I mean, it just...
is sponsored by Pizza Hut.
And like I said, like people can call me negative for like bringing that up, but there is some chance that it happens. And I'm not willing to take that chance, bro. Like I'm just not.
The Tua jerseys are out. The number 5 overall pick in the draft out of Alabama. We asked Chan Gailey about him a couple of days ago.
Second and 9.
There's a long list of positives with this guy. He's impressive and he's always upbeat. He's been learning from Ryan Fitzpatrick, which is another bonus for Tua, who's looking to throw. Chased in his own end zone, and his first NFL pass is complete.
He threw it.
Patrick Laird.
Picks up like 1 or 2 yards. I don't know, bro. Like, that didn't look all that great.
To see him rolling out, getting outside the pocket.
I mean, it was a rollout.
I would have loved to have seen this.
It's interesting to see a left-handed quarterback, I guess, right? Now it's 3rd and 7. Bro, if they do not convert this 3rd down, I swear to God, with your fucking magic man, right? With your franchise quarterback, if you can't convert this fucking 3rd down and break the 0%, he's going to throw it. Oh my God, and he didn't get the fucking first. Oh, they're going to give it to him. I mean, he looked short to me, but they're going to give it to him. I think they're just being nice because Tua is out on the field. I mean, that looked short for sure. They gave him a 1st down. But Jakeem Grant looked like he caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage, at least the superimposed line. Caught behind the line of scrimmage and then got tackled and brought back. I mean, but like, what is the point though? What is the point in putting him out on the field for this? I just don't get it. Why is the risk worth it?
82 AFC Championship game, the Mud Bowl, when they won 14-0.
I mean, I'm already getting the alerts that the game is over because my stream is behind a little bit. So Tua survives and the Dolphins win 24-0. But they got shut out in the second half, didn't score any fucking points, any more points. They should have been way more dominant.
Should be the end of this one. Tua's first NFL action. The Dolphins' first shutout in 6
I mean, I just don't see any point in putting him in. I really don't.
0-6, the only winless team in the NFL.
I mean, it was cool for a second to see a left-handed quarterback, I guess, but I was just worried, man, especially because there was like solid pursuit on him. Like, I didn't want him to get hit, bro. That's all I cared about. All right, well, he survived those few plays, so I'm happy about that. And like I said, I guess it was fun to see a fucking left-handed quarterback, especially in a Dolphins uniform for once. I hope that in a couple years from now, it'll be safe. Look, I'm sorry. It's just I don't think it's safe to buy a Tua jersey yet. I mean, because there's so much that could go wrong, and I hope it doesn't. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe next year, like halfway through the season, I don't know. We'll see, bro. Like, there's so much that has to play out. Anyway, but I hope one day I'll feel, and hopefully sooner rather than later, I'll feel confident enough to be able to buy a Tua jersey because I would love to. I like the kid. I think he's super talented, and I think that, you know, it could be really exciting, but I have a lot of other concerns, including his injury history because he is unquestionably injury prone. Yeah, so, and that's why I get nervous with him on the field there. So anyway, but we get a win. We get another win, 3-3. Look, there's going to be plenty to say. The general idea is going to be Dolphins played good. They definitely played good football. They, played some clean football. They didn't get a lot of penalties and stuff like that. They, scored 24 points. They won the game. They shut the Jets out, right? They didn't score anything. So it was cool. It was good. It was a win. We're now 3-3. There was, some good stuff in there. But again, they should have dominated the Jets way more than they dominated than they did. I mean, there was, they had moments where it looked like, okay, yeah, we're getting to dominating. And then, they take a couple sacks and end up, punting, and they don't score anything in the second half. They literally had 1 third down conversion the entire game. 1. Now it's going to be interesting to see because the Jets ended up converting, I think, 3, maybe 2 or 3. We'll see what the fucking percentage is at the end of the day. We might have ended up beating them a little bit in percentage wise with that 1, but that is a disaster. We were like 1 for what, like 9 or 10? Yeah. So I definitely will have my criticisms, and I definitely don't think Tua should have gone in the game. It's just not a risk I would take. That's all it is. It's really that simple. It's just not a risk that I would take. But yeah, hey, look, Tua is right. He completed all his passes. He's 100% completion percentage. Great, right? For like what, 15 yards or something? I think. I don't know. Obviously, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, I don't see the point. Like, I really don't. I don't see. What did people get out of that? Right? Like, tell me, like, what is it really just that exciting to see your shiny toy on the field? Like, really? Like, is that it? Because otherwise I don't see what any of that showed you, right? It didn't showcase his arm. It didn't showcase him at all. Like, right? Like, you don't see anything from him. It was a couple run plays, couple like short pass plays. Like, what? So to me, the risk is not worth it, right? Anyway, but it is what it is. He went in for a few plays. And so there you have it. Although I will say, because I am an honest, non-hypocritical type of person, I will say that I expected Tua to get on the field at some point this season, but I expected it to because either Ryan Fitzpatrick played like garbage or because Ryan Fitzpatrick got injured. Now, obviously, neither of those things happened, and I was proven wrong. So he got on the field because the Dolphins were beating a team bad enough. I didn't expect that at all. But, again, when you take everything into full context, yeah. Anyway, I mean, well, that's starting to get into like the overall state of the team and stuff like that, whatever. We'll leave most of that, we'll do more of that, obviously, as the season progresses for as long as it goes on. And then at the end of the season, whenever that may be, we'll do a big, full evaluation or whatever, right? Of everything, and look, before, I head out, because I do need to get some food. I am quite hungry and whatnot. So I'm going to bounce here shortly. But before I do, look, going into the season, I thought the Dolphins were going to end up, in the basement of the division. I thought that, or maybe, fighting it out with the Jets for, third or fourth, right? And their ceiling was 5, maybe 6 wins. It looks like as the season has progressed, they might do better than that, right? Maybe they get to 6 or 7 wins, right? there is some chance of that. I'm still not really sure about that because, I mean, it just depends, right? It depends on a lot of things. But most importantly, it depends on injuries. So if the Dolphins can remain as one of the healthiest teams in the league, then they might be able to rattle off a few more wins than what they should have normally been able to rattle off. But having said that, that doesn't make them, as good as what people are making it out to be. Like, people are making it out to seem like, that they're just that, man, fucking in year 2 of Brian Flores and Chris Greer's regime, that they are now fucking contenders to consistently get to the playoffs, compete for the division, and compete for championships. And that's just not the case. I'm sorry. It's just not the case. The Dolphins are not that good yet. They are still a few years removed from being able to fucking get to the playoffs consistently and compete for the division, et cetera, et cetera. It does also, interestingly enough, move us to second place in the division after this game. And also because the Patriots lost to the Broncos. But let's note that the Patriots, not only is their entire defense massively, massively different because of the opt-outs, but they have had, their fair share of COVID issues to this point in the season, not to mention injuries and stuff as well. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it is nearly impossible to properly evaluate this season. Nearly impossible. What I will say is that you can guarantee my commentary is going to be different than everybody else's commentary. I'm going to point out the wonderful things that they do, but I'm also going to point out a lot of things that other people do not want to point out, whether because they're afraid to point it out. I don't know. For whatever reason that would be the case. Seems strange to be afraid to point out the truth and facts and stuff like that. But mostly because it doesn't fit, the narrative that they want, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to give it to you like it is. And as you saw earlier, when I'm wrong, I admit it. So, yeah, I'm going to give you the full context. I'm going to give it to you raw and gritty, and I'm going to give it to you just like it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm going to tell it 100% like it is in reality. So that's what you're going to get from me on this channel. If you want to hear the flowery, the Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl and, they're the best team out there and Tua, even though you didn't see fucking anything from your franchise quarterback in the 4 or 5 plays that he was on the field. Okay. I mean, then, there's Dougley Do-Wrong and TD Finns talk for you. You got those guys. Otherwise, if you want, just all the real, you can come here. So also, I do want to apologize again for not making a preview video for this game. My week has literally been crazy and all over the place, mostly mentally, of course. And I mentioned at the beginning, I was going to say I forgot to make it, but really it's more accurate to say I forgot what day I was in. I was totally still thinking it was Friday yesterday. And so Saturdays are when I make my videos, and I didn't think it was time. I actually woke up today and I was, prepared to make my preview video. And I was like, oh, wait, shit. Especially because I was starting to get like alerts, game day alerts and shit like that. I was like, today's the game. Anyway, you get the point. I fucked up. My bad. So I'm sorry about that. I will be better. And I promise it won't happen again. So I will make sure, although this upcoming week, we have our bye week because of all the rescheduling due to COVID. Instead of having a week 11 bye, we now have a week 7 bye. For me, that's like great and wonderful personally, because I probably could use a little bit of a break, you know, from having to do some of the more like in-depth and time-consuming, energy-consuming stuff, like, you know, preview and post-game videos. So I'm kind of glad for that. However, for the team, I like bye weeks later in the year. The week 11 bye week, that was great for me, right? As far as the team goes, because look, man, you know, everybody, especially in a season with so many injuries, teams are going to get beat up. And the past couple weeks, we've started to have some injuries pile up, which is concerning and something to keep an eye on. But, you know, I like to have the late season bye, so that way, you know, because at that point in the year, in week 11, you pretty much know where your team's at, right? Like, you know, if you're going to make it to the playoffs or not. And so, you know, if you have meaningful football to play at the end of the season, I like to have that late season bye, so that way you can get that extra week of rest, maybe get some key guys back, just get your team healthier and really make that push, right? And because if you don't have anything to play for, then it doesn't really fucking matter, right? The bye week, it really doesn't matter. So yeah, so that's disappointing. And, you know, unfortunately, it actually could turn out really problematic for the Dolphins, potentially. And it really could end up course correcting the Dolphins and balancing things back out. What do I mean by that? So far, you know, part of my evaluation of this Dolphins team to this point is that they have performed better than expectations because of, in part, their own play and so on and so forth, but also in large part because of the fact that, you know, they've played teams that are super beat up, right? And the fact that the Dolphins have been one of the more relatively healthy teams in the league to this point. Again, the past couple weeks, we've started to see some injuries pile up that's really concerning. And, you know, I have been saying, that if the Dolphins can remain healthy, they could end up winning more games than what we would expect. The course correction would be, you know, nobody's fault necessarily, except for the NFL and the owners who insist on continuing the season no matter how many injuries or COVID cases they get. But you know, the Dolphins could start to see their injuries pile up in the middle towards the back end of the season. And that could make them then, you know, catch up to the league average. And then, you know, we could end up starting to see their play decline. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully they stay healthy, and hopefully they can rack out some more wins than even what I was expecting. I would love to see that, even if I don't personally believe that it means that, you know, they've taken as many steps forward as what everybody else seems to think that they have, but I'll take it, right? And, you know, I'll take it, right? And then I'll see if they can do better next year. And then if they do better next year, then we're really talking, right? Anyway, so with that, I am definitely going to make I do have some things to do tomorrow. I gotta, you know, run to Costco because I got some things to pick up. But that's pretty much it. And I got to make sure this week that I stay on top of my workouts. The past few weeks, I've been slacking, and I need to break that. It's super important for me to break that and get back into my routine, solid and consistent, just to keep myself going and motivated and healthy and shit like that. So I do have some things to do tomorrow, but I am expecting, you guys should expect to have my post-game analysis video tomorrow of the game. And, you know, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to give you absolutely everything. I'm going to tell you just like it is. Yeah, and so I'm going to have some praise and I'm going to have some criticism as well, because the game for me was back and forth. Yeah, they had moments of praise and then moments of criticism. So there's going to be plenty of that, and then plenty of both. It'll be roughly pretty even. And then, like I said, we have our bye week, so there's nothing coming up for this next week. Obviously, I'll be making videos, though, of just other stuff. You know, keeping up on the COVID situation and, you know, maybe discussing some of the other games. I might potentially consider doing just a live stream on Sunday just to watch games, because I likely will watch some games. So let me, I'll update you guys later in the week on my status for that. Let me take a look at what the matchups are, what the games are expected to be, and then obviously we'll have to see how the week plays out and whether or not there are, you know, more problems with, you know, COVID issues, and if any more games have to get postponed or anything like that. But if, you know, if there's a game that I'm really, you know, interested to watch, maybe I'll commit to one and do a live stream for it. It would obviously be one of the earlier games, so either one of the 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. Pacific time games. That's, you know, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, so TBD on that, to be determined on that. Otherwise, it'll just be, you know, regular updates on videos of just things going on. Obviously, also keeping an eye on those injuries that we suffered. There were definitely a few injuries that the Dolphins suffered. I think all on defense, actually, too, which sucks. But anyway, yeah. So with that, guys, I am going to roll out because I am fucking hungry. So I need to put some food together. And then I just need to go live the rest of my life and try and maintain my fucking sanity. So best of wishes to all you and doing the same. I appreciate everybody for jumping up in here. Yeah, it's always fun to interact with you guys no matter what. You know, even if I'm not always, you know, excited or pleased about what happens in the game and stuff. It's always good to talk to you guys no matter what. And of course, we definitely got to win, and that's always great, even if there are criticisms to be had. So thank you guys for getting in here, and, you know, no problem. I do my best. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to bounce. I will see you guys soon.